Mustangs football live on the air. How you doing? I'm Ben Shields, and Kevin Riddell hanging out with me this evening, and Jose Mesa is our cameraman, and Roy Lennox back at the studio. Kevin, good evening. Thanks for hanging out with us again for game number 2 here at Mustang Stadium.
I always appreciate the invite, Ben. I appreciate being back out here. That week went by fast from last Friday night to thinking about it here. This week, you know, when you're at work, you don't think about it, but now looking back on it, the week blew by fast. Hopefully the players got a lot of work in this week, and here we are, another Friday night, home field advantage here at Mustang Stadium.
Yeah, it felt like we were just here, but that was last week against Gerald, and Gerald won that homecoming game 41-7. But I've got to say, Gerald was a very fantastic football team, and Llano, they're a fantastic football team as well, and they are 2-0 coming into this third game of 2025, and their offense has been powerful. The first game against Lytle, they won 55-14. Last week against Comanche, a team that they lost to in 2024. Well, they defeated Comanche 62-23 last week, so they come in at 2-0. And their quarterback is just a junior. His name is Luke Davis. The Mustangs saw him last year. And Art DeLugage, the longtime voice of the Jackets, was telling me that he is already the leader, the all-time leader in touchdown passes at 49 touchdown passes, and he's just a junior.
That's an amazing stat. After the last several years of the Yellow Jacket success that they've been having, that he's already thrown that many touchdown passes. That's a fun fact to hear right there, Ben.
Yeah, it is. So we'll see what they have in store this evening. A very physical football team. They're led by Coach Matt Green. He was the head coach here a couple years in 2014 and 2015 until he headed west to Llano. What do you hope to see from the Mustangs this evening, Kevin?
Well, last week the outcome didn't turn out how we had wanted. But we saw a lot of good things, and I think we're going to listen to Coach Timmerman here in a little bit with his interview with you from earlier this week. But, we saw a lot of good things sitting up here from the press box. They had some good drives. They just kind of shot themselves in the foot. It reminded you of an early season game where kids were still trying to learn their assignments. We'd get some first downs, and then we get a holding call or a false start, and it kind of set us back, and we just could never overcome that. There was a punt muff as well early on, and just I think the wind kind of got taken out of ourselves last week with that opening kickoff that the team allowed. But again, I'm sure Coach Timmerman, they studied film, they learned from their mistakes, and so I'm looking for a good bit of improvement this week from week 2 to week 3 here, and just kind of getting back to basics. Working on the fundamentals, making sure they're aware of their assignments and not shooting ourselves in the foot, and playing a clean game, and then just letting the chips fall where they may.
And you'll hear more from Coach Timmerman once we get along, but he will talk about how this he thought there was a few plays early on that sort of turned the tide, and if they would have gone a different way, maybe it would have been a closer ball game, or would have been in that ball game late.
I think so, Ben. It does kind of take your wind out of the sail with that opening kickoff that was returned for a touchdown, and just not kind of getting any momentum going to kind of bounce back from that opening kickoff touchdown, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
All right, so we're just getting started this evening at Mustang Stadium. Going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more as we talk about the Mustangs and the Jackets on KBEY 103.9. All right, 1 second here. Yeah, bring it to me, then I'll toss it to the coach, okay? Yeah. All right, thank you.
Should not criticize the players on either team, should not boo the officials, should not have alcoholic beverages on public school grounds since it is a violation of state law, should be courteous to the visiting fans, should cheer for your team, and should show respect for injured players on both teams. Farmer. Sophomore, Molly
Ben Shields and Kevin Riddell with you at the Mustang Stadium. It's pregame, and the cheerleaders getting introduced right now at midfield for the home crowd. And it's middle school night, so the middle schoolers will get to run onto the field with the varsity team, and that'll be a fun night for the Ponies.
Yeah, definitely will. It's always good to see the younger athletes being involved at the high school level. I appreciate Coach Timmerman keeping them involved and allowing them to, experience that run through and the Friday nights a little bit there.
All right, so again, the crowd's starting to fill in here in home game number 2 games in a row. We'll be back on the road next week. Look forward to it because they're going to be broadcasting live at Llano Stadium in the old venerable stadium off of Highway 281. I think they played some WFL football back in the day there, back in the 70s, Old Rock Stadium, right there in the middle of the city. They'll be taking on San Antonio Brackenridge. That's a team that the Mustangs defeated last year, so they'll be in a 2-game road trip, and then they'll go south 2 weeks from tonight to head off and take on Lavernia, which is a good team as well.
Yeah, they've got that program kind of turned around right now. They had a deep run last year, and I think they're expecting the same thing again this year.
Yeah, speaking of deep run, Llano was 12-2 last year, and they went 4 rounds deep into the playoffs. And it was such a tight game last year in Llano. I believe the Mustangs had the lead at the half, correct?
I believe that's right, Ben, if I remember correctly. And it was a back-and-forth game all the way until late into the fourth quarter when Llano kind of finally pulled away.
Yeah, Llano took that game last year 20-13, but it was a physical matchup by both teams last year. Let's see if that's what we get again tonight. All right, we're going to talk to Marble Falls head football coach Kerry Timmerman right now in his second year as the head coach and athletic director. Here's Coach Timmerman with his thoughts on tonight's ball game.
H&H Auto
Ben
and
Shields
Truck
and
Car
Kevin Riddell
Wash.
hanging out with you this evening. We're high above Mustang Stadium in the booth for the Mustangs and the Yellow Jackets, about 15 minutes away from kickoff. Both teams are on the field and now back in to the field house and pregame festivities as they are announcing sponsors and also announcing, they've got middle school night. So we'll see the middle schoolers run out here out of the tunnel in just a few minutes as it's Llano and Marble Falls, and I believe it's been since about the turn of the century when the last time that Llano has traveled to Marble Falls to play some football.
I would say roughly fall of '97, Ben.
Yeah, I think so. Around there.
Yep, somewhere around there.
All right, so it's been quite a few years since these two teams have matched up, and they were able to pick it back up last year, and glad to see that this is back now. Llano and Brenner were playing for a few years, and they decided to take off these past 2 years and not play one another.
Yeah, that rivalry kind of continued on longer than the Marble Falls
Yes.
outings did, but glad to see it back. It's always good to kind of, play your nearest competitors when the opportunity presents itself. So it's good to have this home and home series here.
I do want to thank our broadcast sponsors this evening. Thank you to First United Bank, Inman's Barbecue, J Bar, Hill Country Collision, IBC Bank, and Ewald Kubota, your sponsors of Mustangs football here in 2025. And Jackson Heath, he's a senior at Marble Falls High School. He's going to let us know right now what our weather looks like tonight. Jackson, take it away.
Leveled out.
Marble Falls Mustangs football about 13 minutes away from the kickoff on.
Orthodontics.
Now once the sun goes down, it's going to feel pretty good out there because it doesn't feel too bad unless you're out there in the sun, and I think it's going to be a good evening for football.
It should be, Ben. It looks like we've got a little breeze out of the south, looking at the flags here on the north end of the stadium. But it should be a nice night for football. No weather issues tonight expected. Just look forward to a hard-nosed game tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what the Mustangs bring, and look forward to seeing what Marble Falls and the Jackets have in store for us here on this Friday evening. Again, we'll be on a two-game road trip beginning next week, both in the San Antonio area, one against San Antonio Breckenridge, and then the following week against Lavernia. So we'll have those two games for you right here on KBEY.
Yeah, those are two pretty good little road trips right there, Ben.
Yeah.
So
Not there are no Stephenville or Devine.
that's
so
right. Yes.
Those are
for
both
sure.
2-hour-plus road trips, man.
Yes.
But glad to get those out of the way. Then after those two games in the following 2 weeks, it's Burnett and Lampasas.
Yes.
Not bad at all. Not too
little
shabby.
more handy.
Yes.
Handy road trips there for us.
Yeah, in the area, you can say, for those last two road games that will be coming up in October and November. So we're just waiting around here, getting ready for the Mustangs and the Jackets. Last minute instructions, Llano. They got here early, sitting in the sun, and they really travel nicely.
They do that. Our visitor stands is pretty well full over there. Got their band over there. Looks like they're going to be in full uniforms again for their band over there, which would be good to see at halftime. Mustang band's in full uniform. Looks like we even have the little cheerleaders out tonight with the cheerleaders and drill team tonight. So we'll get that special performance tonight as well.
All right, so we're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll be one step closer to the kickoff between Marble Falls and Llano. We're back after this on KBEY 103.9. All right, pregame continues. Mustang Stadium, it is the Mustangs and the Yellow Jackets. And the Mustangs about to come out of the tunnel. And the purple with the black pants. And here come your Mustangs.
Then I think we're black on black
Yeah,
tonight.
black. Yeah, we got the black jerseys with the purple numerals and the black, and you got some purple stripes down the black pants. And they got their gold helmets with the running Mustang on the side. So, yep, black on black for the Mustangs. It went, what did we do, purple on black last week?
We had purple tops, black bottoms last week. Yes, sir. It'll kind of feel like a Thursday night NFL game because
Yeah.
Llano's coming out, white helmets, white tops, white bottoms. So they're in their stormtrooper look tonight. So
Yeah, they got that all white with the black numerals, little orange trim on their shoulders.
Yep.
Got the white helmet with the yellow jacket on the side of their helmets, and they're about to, well, they're getting some last-second calisthenics in before they go through third tunnel. So the Mustangs taking a knee and doing a prayer there on the north side of the stadium before they head to the sideline. Again, last week it was the away team, Gerald, that won the toss, and they proceeded to take that kick for the opening score.
yeah, I would assume Coach Timmerman stressed some special teams this week. As he mentioned in the pregame talk, that they kicked off and kicker kicked it where they wanted them to. They were just a hair off on their lane assignments and just didn't take care of business on that opening kickoff. So I'm sure that's been rectified pretty well this week.
I worked on that in practice, I'm sure, trying to tighten everything up for the Mustangs. For the Mustangs on the sideline, they're just going to be waiting for the Jackets, who are still doing some calisthenics there on the south side of the field. Now, looks like they're going to head towards the tunnel here.
He's been a proud Mustang fan and season ticket holder for many years. He loves his church, the First Baptist Church of
All right,
Marble
so
Falls.
they always a great job with the pregame festivities, and Coach Kyle Futrell, the voice of the Mustangs here at Mustang Stadium.
Yes, he does a great job, and he helps you out on the away game sometimes, Ben.
He does.
Yeah.
He started it off this season, and he's going to do another game later on here this year.
Well, good.
Looks like they were honoring a veteran for the Mustang fan there at the running Mustang.
Yes, and I wasn't paying attention to catch his name, or we would have mentioned him
Yes.
here, Ben.
All right, so here come the Jackets on the field. The Rocky theme song, they've been playing that since the 80s as their song coming out of the tunnel. All right, so we're going to have captains ready for your Mustangs this evening. There will be a new quarterback for Marble Falls, Anderson Liscombe, the sophomore. He will start in place of Crawford Maddox. Hopefully get him going here in a couple weeks, but it'll be Liscombe to start tonight. Carter will be one of the captains, along with Doak Timmerman, Joaquin Aguilar, and Raul Moran.
Captain's meeting at the middle of the field at this time for Llano, number 16. Brady
And
Kelly.
also another call-up for the Mustangs this evening is a freshman, Diego Aguilar, running back, defensive back freshman, the younger brother of Joaquin, on getting his first start at varsity. So not often you get to see a freshman up on varsity.
That's a very, very rare accomplishment here in Marble Falls. So we'll see if he gets some action. We'll definitely be paying attention to see if when he gets on the field, and make sure we note that for our listeners out there.
Captains for the Jackets, Zach Driscoll, as well as Karsten Hayes. Their quarterback, or one of the receivers, Brady Kelly, a captain. And the official talking to the players at the running Mustang, about to have the coin toss.
Marble Falls won the toss.
So Marble Falls won the toss. We'll defer to the second half. So Marble Falls will start defensively. And they're hoping for a better start on the kickoff coverage here this evening. The other captain for the Jackets, Nico Arms.
Yeah, I think that's
Llano will receive
been kind of Coach Timmerman's MO, is when he does win that toss, he likes to go out on defense first. I've seen that over his tenure, his short tenure so far.
All right, so
At this time,
see the
please stand for a
defense
moment of silence for
go
all
ahead
of
and
our first responders and those
set
who
up
serve our
the
country in the armed forces.
momentum for the Mustangs. They're about to do a moment of silence for the armed forces here at Mustang Stadium. So we'll go ahead and take that moment of silence here before we get to the national anthem. So you may hear a little silence, but it's a moment of silence for our first responders and for those that have served our country. So here is that moment of silence. All right, we will head back to the studio for the national anthem. And that's the national anthem. It's performed by the Marble Falls High School Band. So we are about ready for some football for the Mustangs, taking on the Llano Yellow Jackets. Again, Marble Falls deferred. They won the toss but deferred to the second half. So it's going to be the Mustangs defense looking to stop this high-powered Jacket offense. They scored 55 points in the first game, 62 in game number 2.
Yeah, I think anything we can do to try to slow their running game down. I think, as Coach Timmerman alluded to, also to kind of made mention of that. Listening to the pregame talk, is their offense kind of runs through their quarterback. I think they are going to try to probably establish the run first, to open up the throwing lanes. So if we can get out and get some early quick stops and shut that running game down and make them throw the ball, I think that would be a good indication for our defense to start the game.
Jose Silas, the return man, back at the 6-yard line for the Jackets. Another return man back there is going to be Grayson Lilly. As the bell tolling here at Mustang Stadium, Joaquin Aguilar getting the kickoff duties this evening, has the ball teed up at the 40. Mustangs going to be kicking off left to right here on this nice September evening for some football between the Mustangs and the Jackets. All right, so here we go. Kickoff about to get underway at Mustang Stadium. And here comes the kickoff from Joaquin Aguilar, the senior. Gets it off, going to be taken at the 20. Stepped out of bounds, he's going to go nowhere. That was J.D. Friday with the return, and it was near the sideline, done purposely, and his left foot was sitting there on the line, and so the Mustangs have a much different start on special teams than last week.
Yeah, great angled pooch kick right there by Joaquin, and the returner just came up and caught it and stepped right out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
So Llano at its own 20.
Good starting position for the defense here.
So here comes that Jacket offense. As Kevin said, they do run through the running back, and they will like to run the ball as well. So on first down and 10, running back with the quarterback, 3 receiver set, claps his hands, gonna hand it off. That's Silas. Silas breaks some tackles to the 30, and then he stopped there, and he fumbled the ball. It's loose. He fumbled after a 9-yard pickup. Mustangs saying they've got it, and they do. The Mustangs with the fumble recovery, and that's big for Marble Falls. Going to have great field position Silas with the carry, and that's Lemon, right, with the recovery?
I think it was Lemon on the recovery. And
It is.
I don't remember which safety came up, but our safety that was running downhill, the first one tackling Silas there, put his shoulder right on the ball and knocked it loose.
That is Greg Lemon with the tackle with the fumble recovery, and the Mustangs will have great field position at the 29, so one play and one turnover.
Yeah, and here goes our offense. Let's see if we can take advantage of this turnover here early in the game.
Sophomore quarterback Anderson Liscombe getting his first start on the varsity team. We'll have his running back behind him in the pistol formation. Joaquin Aguilar now moves to his left. And two receiver set on first down. Liscombe has a snap. Handoff Aguilar up the middle. The 25 breaks a tackle, still going to the 20. And he's going to get the first down, moves the pile a couple extra yards to the 18. Nice first down run. Gain of 12.
Yeah, very nice first down run there by Joaquin. Just kept his legs moving and moving the pile and picked up that first down.
The first down and 10 for the Mustangs into the Jacket 18-yard line. Red zone for the Mustangs after one play there. Nice run by Joaquin. Joaquin will be the left of Liscombe. Two receiver set on first down. Mustangs threatening after the turnover. Back to Joaquin on the ground, being patient, cuts to his left and gets some positive yardage. Gain of 3 to the 15. 3-yard pickup, second down and 7 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, good little jump cut right there in the middle of the line to his left and picked up 4 yards on that first down.
Makachek checks in the ball game for the Mustangs. He'll be one of the receivers. So second down and 7 for your Mustangs at the Jacket 15. They're going to have 3 receivers set with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Aguilar remains to the left of Liscombe, the QB. Low snap, Liscombe has it. When it's a throw on a slant, behind the receiver, but incomplete. Good coverage, too, by the Jackets. Knocking away Emerson Poole.
Yeah, just a little behind the receiver there. The defender was able to catch up to that ball and deflect it away, but lays that one out there. That might have been in the end zone.
Looking for Logbein that time and just unable to connect. So it is third down and 7. First pass for Liscombe here on a Friday night. So it's a third down and 7. Logbein, the receiver to the left. 3 receivers bunt to the right. Close to the offensive lineman. Now they'll shift over to the left. And Aguilar stays the running back with Liscombe on third down. Liscombe bobbled the ball and he has it, but he's going to be dropped. Well, he was trying to fight for some yardage, but he's going to be dropped at the 18. That'll be a loss of 3 back where the drive started. That second set of downs started, and it'll be fourth down and 10.
Yeah, we had 3 consecutive low snaps from our center to quarterback exchange there, so we need to maybe try to take a look at that and see if we can get that figured out.
Well, I will say Liscombe is a bit taller, so maybe that has something to do too.
It may have something to do with that, yes, sir.
All right, so Doak Timmerman is the holder for the Mustangs. Here comes a 35-yard try. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick has the distance, and that's out the foot of Aguilar. It's good. Mustangs with the early lead, 3-0. So they get a fumble recovery, and then Joaquin Aguilar connects on the 35-yard field goal.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take the points off that turnover right there. That's good positive momentum to start this game for the Mustangs.
He got a lot of leg on that, and he got it through the uprights, and he had the good kickoff, and then he had the 35-yard kick for the field goal, and the Mustangs lead 3-0 early on.
Yeah, definitely good kickoff on the opening kickoff, and then he definitely kind of, I don't know if that's on his end of his range there for his distance, but he did kind of low line drive that one, but right down the middle.
All right, so the 35-yard field goal gives the Mustangs the early lead here, 3-0. And so the Mustang special teams back on the field, walking to kick it off from the 40. And it'll be Silas back at the 10 again. All right, so the Mustangs with the early 3-0 lead, 10-13 on the clock. So for the defense to get a turnover, then a field goal, you like a touchdown there, but to get 3 points, you can ask for a better start.
Yeah, well, you'd like to convert and get a touchdown there, but we'll take that with 3 points and live to fight another day.
Here comes a kick taken by the up man. He bobbles it at the 20, then he picks it back up and runs to his right, and then he's hit hard at the 21-yard line. J.D. Friday had issues with that trying to recover the kick. He picked it up and then got hit hard and maybe returned it about 3 yards.
Yep. Again, good job by special teams. I think that was probably worked on several times this week, but everybody kind of stayed in their lanes there as he kind of cut back to the middle. We were there to tackle him.
Yeah, they made sure they were down there that time and corralled Friday. Here come the Jackets on a first down and 10. Second time to have the ball. Luke Davis is the QB. New running back in the ball game. 3 receiver set for the Jackets. First down and 10, Davis. Going to call his own number left side, cuts inside down to the 24-yard line. He's going to get a gain of 3. I'll give him the 25, so it's a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job by Noah Ortiz coming up from his maybe outside linebacker safety position there.
Trips right side for the Jackets. Second down and 6. Handoff up the middle. And he's wrapped up after maybe a yard gain. That is all. Not much going on. That was Brayton Shaw with the carry. No gain. They give him the 25, so a big third down and 6.
Yeah, great job linebacker stepping up in the hole and meeting him there before he could get anything moving.
So third down and 6 for the Jackets. They're going to go with 4 wideouts, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shaw stays the running back with Davis. Davis has the snap. He's going to run. He's looking for some freedom. Cuts to his left. He's wrapped up, and he's going to be hit shy of the first down by about 3 yards. Hit at the 28, and it's a 4th down and 3, and the Mustangs defense runs to the ball.
Yeah, design quarterback draw right there from the get-go. They were running the ball to see if they could pick it up, and Mustangs sniffed that out and kept him from picking the first down up.
Noah Ortiz was there for the Mustangs, excuse me. And so it's going to be long bind to return at the 35. So a 3-and-out forced by the Mustangs defense. A great defensive start so far for the Mustangs. Off the foot of Silas. Long bind's going to let it bounce. Did it touch his hands? He has to dive at the 18. Because it went over his head at about the 30, took a big bounce, and he put his hands up. When he did that, I think his fingertips might have touched the ball, but then he started thinking, I got to go run and get it, and he did.
I think so. I'm glad he did, because even if, I think he was running over there to catch it, so it didn't bounce down into the inside the 20, but I think when he tried to catch it, it did touch his hands, and so he had to go retreat and get that one, fall on top of it for us. But, yeah, great stop. Good 3-and-out by the defense there, so we're definitely playing. You can just tell the momentum and the enthusiasm the players have come out with a different kind of attitude here to start this game from last week.
Liscombe, the starting QB tonight, the sophomore, has Aguilar to his right. 2 receivers set on first down and 10. Liscombe, handoff Aguilar. He's wrapped up immediately. He does fall forward up back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. So back to the 16, second down and 10.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to get Joaquin going. We did on that last series, and we'll try to do it again this series again and try to get him rolling and open up our passing lanes.
Now, do you think a couple passes, though, could open it up for Aguilar underneath, too?
It could, but, he had some good running lanes there in that first series, so we'll see what Coach Timmerman wants to do here.
1 receiver to the left for the Mustangs, 1 to the right. Woodall's the receiver to the right, long bind to the left. Now, Denton's going to meet him out to the left, so 3 receivers set. Ortiz is the tight end left side. Liscombe in the shotgun has the snap. Give again to Aguilar. He's wrapped up for a loss at the 15. 1-yard loss, and third down and 11. That time Llano getting penetration.
Yeah, I think they've read the scouting report. They know that Joaquin's our number 1 guy we need to get rolling, and so they're going to be keying on him. They'll still think we can open up some lanes for him here, but we might need to have to throw a little bit to help him out, like you said, Ben.
All right, that was Mario Hernandez with the tackle for the Jackets getting in the backfield. Third down and 11. 3 wideouts for the Mustangs. Aguilar's the running back with Liscombe on third down and 11. Approaching 7 minutes to go in the first. 3-0 Mustangs. Liscombe, the left-hander, wants to throw. Here's pressure. He's going to go down. He had 3 Jackets all over him. Never had a chance at the 5. He's dropped for a 6-yard loss, and it'll be punting time. 4th down and 17. As soon as he looked to his left, Kevin, there were 3 Jackets in his face.
Yeah, the only thing I could surmise from that, the Jackets had great penetration right off the bat. Probably we were trying to set up a screen, which, you block for just brief and then let them go. Probably needed to have Anderson scoot back a little bit more, retreat to try to complete that pass to set that screen up.
Joaquin's going to get the punting duties as well, about 2 yards deep in the end zone. And Austin Humphreys, junior, he's a senior, the return man for the Jackets at the 44. Timeout called by Coach Timmerman. He wants to talk about it. We'll take it with him. 6:22 to go in the first. Mustangs lead 3-0 on KBEY 103.9. Fourth down and 18. Joaquin Aguilar in the end zone to punt. High snap, but he gets it. Gets off end over end punt. Takes a neutral bounce. Humphrey's going to let it go for the Jackets, and it'll bounce at the Mustang 43-yard line. So that'll give the Jackets good field position, but a nice punt by Aguilar goes about 40 yards.
Yeah, good punt, getting it out of their side of the end zone, and hopefully defense can come out and do another 3 and out like we did on the last series.
43-yard line.
All right, so Jackets, they've got the ball for the third time, they've had a fumble, a 3 and out, and now they've got the Mustang 43, by far their best field position of the evening. Pistol formation. Davis in the shotgun. Silas is running back. Wants to throw, rolls left. We're throwing on the run for the sideline. Bobbled. Did he catch it? He did. Bobble on the sideline, but he got both feet down. Graham Prokop makes the catch. That'll be a gain of about 7 yards. Second down and 3 for the Jackets. They're going with 3 wide outs. The pistol formation again. Davis has the snap. Handoff Silas, and he finds trouble in the backfield. He goes down, and all over the place that time. Was that Byfield there for the Mustangs? It is to drop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jesse Flores got in there early with some good penetration and got Silas off track and ran him right into Caleb.
So third down and 4 for the Jackets, sitting at the Mustang 37. Mustangs lead 3-0, 5:40 and counting in the first quarter. Empty backfield, 4 receivers set. I think the Mustangs might have jumped. Davis has a free play, rolling left, going to throw downfield, and it is incomplete. But with the hard count, the defense jumped, and they get a fresh set of downs as that hard count worked that time for the junior Davis.
Again, kind of frustrating here, seeing the Mustangs kind of shoot themselves in the foot here early on. Hopefully we don't continue that trend on for the rest of the evening.
The interior line jumped that time on the hard count. So third down and 4. It's now first down after the penalty against the Mustangs. And the first penalty of the evening. And that'll take the ball to the Mustang 32-yard line. 5:31 to go in the first. 3-0 Mustangs, but the Jackets in the Mustangs territory. Again, the empty backfield, 4 receivers set. Davis has the snap, looks right, he's going to run, goes to his left, and he's dragged from behind. Again, Caleb Byfield there for the Mustangs, and he'll drop him for a 2-yard loss back at the 34. Flag comes in.
What was that late flag for?
Is it going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, or?
We have a personal foul, number 77 white, 7 in the helmet of the player. We'll mark off the penalty.
So throwing his helmet towards the player, is that what you heard?
That's what it sounded like, Ben, but he didn't take his helmet off.
Maybe he lunged like
maybe,
with his helmet.
maybe he was trying to kind of headbutt him or something. Yep, exactly.
That's going to be a big penalty against the Jackets, and that would be after the play, right?
That's after the play, so 15 yards, and now it's second down.
So they lost 2 yards, so they'll mark it off from the 34. That's going to take it all the way back to close to the 50 at the 49. And Coach Matt Green cannot be happy with that call against his Jacket. Now, where they've got a mark right now. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down and 25. But shouldn't it be 2? I mean, they got 2 yards on the loss, right?
It should have been 2 on the loss.
It should be the 49. I wonder if Coach Timmerman sees that. Because it was after the play, correct? Is that, I mean.
It should have been a dead ball foul, yes.
Unless they just threw the flag late. Anyways, it's going to be first down and 25. Rolling to his right is Davis. He wants to throw. Going to throw downfield, and it's caught over the shoulder. First down to the 20. Prokop with the catch. What a nice over-the-shoulder catch. They're saying he fumbled it, that the Mustangs recovered. Waiting for the call. Yes, Mustangs got it. He fumbled at the end, and the Mustangs jump on the ball at the 19-yard line.
So Prokop caught it, fumbled it on his way down, and Marble Falls pounced on that, so it's turnover on downs.
Wow, at the 19-yard line, Prokop made a great catch, but as he was going down, ball came loose, and the official said recovered by the Mustangs. So it's Marble Falls ball, the second turnover against the Jackets.
Ben, that play was going away from us here from our sideline, but it was right in front of the linesman over there, the line judge over there, so he had a good view. He would have been the one to make that call, so he saw it firsthand.
Well, first time I noticed, I saw the Mustangs saying we pointing towards their way, saying we've got the ball, and then I saw the official follow suit, and so a big turn of events after that big catch on first down and 25 would have had the first down. But he fumbles, second fumble of the ball game for the Jackets. Big turn of events. Mustangs still lead 3-0. 4:59 to go here in the first quarter. Liscombe's in the shotgun. 3 receivers set. It's a snap back to Aguilar. Direct snap. He was grabbed by the neck, and he still stays up, across the 20 to the 22. A gain of 3. Second down at 7.
Yeah, three tough yards right there, just pounding it right up behind your center, right up the middle. And Joaquin's never been afraid to pound it between the tackles, so good sign there, and we'll take the 3 yards in a cloud of dust right now.
Olin Dalton comes in for the Mustangs, wearing number 44. Checks in for Atreyu. Longbind's going to be the receiver to the left. Woodall, or check that Longbind to the right. Woodall to the left. Shotgun for Liscombe. Aguilar to his right. Low snap. Wants to throw, does, and it's caught. Now they're going to say incomplete. That was Longbind, who can't haul it in. Would have been about a yard shy of the first down, and it's third down and 7.
Yeah, he kind of had that, but I think the Llano defender over there got his hands in there and kind of knocked that one out right at the end.
Emerson Poole made a nice play there to make sure that he knocked that ball out, and it's an incomplete pass. So a third down and 7 now. Shotgun for Liscombe. He's got 4 wideouts on a third down and 7. 4:08 and counting in the first. Liscombe looks over now to the sideline to get the call. Mustangs would certainly love to keep this drive going after the second fumble by the Llano Yellow Jackets here in this first quarter. First fumble set up a field goal. Wants to throw. Liscombe has a pocket, firing downfield, and it is going to be caught. First down at the 40-yard line. That's Atreyu making the catch. They'll say out of bounds at the 46. 24-yard completion, Liscombe to Machacek.
Great pass by Anderson there, just kind of floating it out there, and Atreyu caught that right over his shoulder, right on the sidelines. First down, Mustangs. That's a huge third down pickup right there, because you didn't want to squander that turnover right there. You want to keep the momentum going.
And a big completion for Liscombe, giving some confidence.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's his first completion of the night, Ben.
All right, and a nice pass to Machacek over the shoulder. Empty backfield, going to swing it out to Aguilar, and almost intercepted. Silas stepped in front of that pass, and luckily for the Mustangs, he cannot haul it in, because that would have been a pick 6.
I think he saw all the green grass in front of him. I think it kind of threw him off, concentrating on that catch there, which is good for the Mustangs there. Need to pay attention on that flat pass.
Well, he saw Aguilar going out to the left and all by himself, and he could tell Liscombe was going to throw over there, and he read it perfectly, and he's just unable to haul it in, and the Mustangs get to see another play. Second down and 10 at the Marble Falls 39-yard line. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. 3:59 to go in the first. Mustangs lead 3-0. Dalton is one of the receivers now. Liscombe throws a slant. It's caught. That's Dalton making the catch, and he's going to be near the chains, and he's right at the 50, and that's an 11-yard pickup for the Mustangs.
First down. Yep, good job.
All right, so a slant route by Dalton, And Liscombe with the second completed pass.
Yeah, Dalton put his big old paws up there and brought that one down and picked up that first down. Again, keeping the chains moving, keeping the ball out of the vaulted Llano offense right now.
That was right at the 49-yard line, 10 yards. So it's at the Marble Falls 49, still in Mustang territory. 3 receivers bunch to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Liscombe to throw. He's got a pocket. He looks, surveys, and he's got a receiver. Woodall. No, he cannot hang on. Again, a good play by the defensive back by the Jackets to knock it loose, and J.D. Friday was there. Or check that, number 8 is Humphreys.
Yep, kind of good pass by Anderson there. Just need to get Braden to haul that one in and pick up some positive yardage on first down.
All right, so it is a second down and 10. Ball sits at the 49-yard line. 3 receivers for the Mustangs. 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Aguilar's the running back to the right of Liscombe on second down. Low snap again. Handoff Aguilar up the middle, breaks a tackle into Jacket territory at the 48 and gets 3 yards, third down and 7. And right now these snaps continue to be low.
Yeah, it's kind of throwing the rhythm off of the quarterback running back exchange there, but Aguilar's doing what he can and doing a great job of picking up yardage. And now that we've crossed the 50, Ben, Coach Timmerman, I know it's still early in the season, but this could be 4-down territory.
You have 2 plays to get 7 yards here as it's third down and 7. 2:48 and counting in the first. Mustangs lead 3-0. There's been 2 Llano fumbles. Shotgun for the QB, Liscombe, moving guys around. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Liscombe going to give Aguilar up the middle. He's hit immediately, and the Jackets, as soon as they see Aguilar get the ball, they're just collapsing on the runner, and he gets no gain back to the 48, 4th down and 7.
Yeah, Llano had penetration from the backside and was able to get in there, and we didn't cut that off, and so Aguilar wasn't able to get any steam headed downfield on that play.
Looks like Kerry Timmerman wants to try to go ahead and pin the Jackets deep. He's going to bring the punting unit on the field. Aguilar stands at the 40. And Austin Humphreys, the return man, will stand inside the 20, still going back. And he'll stop at the 15-yard line. Snap back to Aguilar. Gets off a high punt. Humphreys did not call a fair catch. Takes it at the 17. He's hit immediately at the 19. I'm sure Coach Green will like. Now the Mustangs saying he fumbled it. Ball's loose. No call yet. Ball is loose. They're going to say it stays with the Jackets.
Yeah, ref was saying he's down there, but I guess it did come out late.
Mustangs were really trying to sell it that time.
Hey, sometimes you win some, sometimes you don't, so might as well try to do it.
But I think Coach Green would like to see his return man probably do a fair catch there. That he didn't. Then he got pummeled by about 4 or 5 Mustangs.
Yeah, for sure. He's probably going to get talked to on the sideline.
Yeah. All right, so Davis, the QB, as Shaw is running back to his left. The Jackets have twins right side, 1 receiver to the left on first down and 10. And this will be the 4th drive for the Jackets. Wants to throw. Davis has a pocket as time. It collapses. He wants to run if he wants to. Can't get away from the grasp of the Mustangs at the 16-yard line. Loss of 3.
Yeah, great job of our defensive line. They had pressure on him, made Davis step up in the pocket, but they did a good job of just retreating back to their starting points and got the sack there. About 3-yard loss there.
Yeah, 3-yard loss. Salazar was the man there first for the Mustangs. Second down and 13 after the sack by the Mustangs. Davis to throw again. He's looking to his right, swings it out there. It's caught. Humphreys. He's got some room to 25. He's hit hard, and he's going to be right at the sticks at the 29, and I think he got it. Looking at the spot, he did. So 13 yards. That's Davis to Humphreys, and a Jackets first down.
Yeah, he slipped a tackle right when he caught the ball. If we were able to get there, that would have been a long third down play, but slipped out our tackle and picked up the first down.
Under a minute to play in the first. Mustangs lead 3-0. Jackets get a first down. Now they're slow to bring in their guys here. It'll be an empty backfield, it looks like, for the Jackets. They'll have 4 wideouts. Working with a tight end right side on first down and 10. Ball back to Davis. He wants to run all the way, the 30, the 35, and then he is wrapped up at the 37 after a gain of 8 yards. That might be the last play unless the Jackets try to hurry up here, but it's 25 seconds and counting on the game clock. Empty backfield again. Looked like they want to spread it out. Maybe Davis will try to run here on 2nd down and 2 at the Jacket 37. He's going to throw. Pressure up the middle. Gets rid of it quickly. It's caught. Shaw has the 1st down in the middle of the field, across the 45 to the 47, 10-yard gain. And they stop the clock momentarily, and that should be the last play of the 1st quarter. Like that, the Jackets pick up 2 quick 1st downs, and they're out towards midfield at the Jacket 48. 3-0 Mustangs as we start the 2nd quarter when we come back on KBEY 103.9. First down carry. That shot takes it right side into Mustangs territory. Gets a gain of 8 there down to the 44-yard line, and so they're mixing in the run and pass. By far the best looking drive for the Jackets, Kevin.
It has. It looks like they've kind of changed up a little bit of how they're running the ball. It looks like they're pulling some players there.
Quick pass out to the right. Davis, as his receiver, quickly hits him for a 1st down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 11. That'll be a Mustangs 1st down, and that's Cash Lynch with the catch. Flag comes in, and I think the Mustang may have grabbed a hold of a face mask.
I think so. That came in way back from the back judge there.
All right, so they'll tack on that 15 yards, and that'll put the ball into the red zone here for the Jackets after that 15-yard penalty. That's a big one.
That's a big one. Those 15-yarders, that eats up a chunk of field and can't afford those.
It is just shy of the 19, so it'll be a 1st down and 10 after that penalty. 4 receivers set for the Jackets. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield. Davis, and it's going to be a timeout called. We'll keep it here. Coach Timmerman wants the timeout with 11:31 to go. And the Mustangs up 3-0, but they're trying to keep the Jackets out of the end zone as they have breached the red zone here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the end of the quarter kind of timeout might have slowed the Jackets down a little bit, but I think Coach Timmerman called this timeout just to make sure defense is on the same page, trying to make sure we can keep the Jackets out of the end zone here.
11:31 to go in the 1st half. Now the Mustangs will get the ball to start the 2nd half as they won the toss and deferred to the 2nd half. All right, so discussion for the Mustangs that they just took the 2nd time out here. So the Jackets have had 2 fumbles. On one of those, the Mustangs able to get a 35-yard field goal. On the other fumble, they were driving the ball, got into Llano territory before the drive stalled.
Yep. Yeah, that pass completion and then a fumble recovery off of that.
1st down and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, empty backfield for Davis. Davis will get the call over from the sideline on 1st down and 10. He's got the snap, wants to throw, looking right. He's looking now, pressured, and he's going to be sacked again for the 2nd time at the 24-yard line. 23 will be a 4-yard loss. Mustangs fight for the ball. That was Salazar again with the 2nd sack. And that'll make it a 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, good stand by our front four there, getting some pressure and keeping Davis corralled.
11:03 to go in this first half. 3-0 Mustangs, and the Mustangs want to continue to push back the Jackets like they just did. It's second down and 14, pistol formation. Silas is the running back. Davis going to call his own number up the middle, and he's wrapped up pretty good. As he gets back in the red zone, he's at the 19, so a gain of 4. Gets back the lost yardage, and it's third down and 10.
Yeah. No Ortiz slipping in there and dragging him down from behind.
Approaching 10.5 to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, pistol formation for Davis with Silas behind him. And the Jackets call it. Now they're going to call a flag, and did the Jackets move because the defender jumped and he got back?
Yeah, he wasn't. He could be in the neutral zone, but he got back.
Or can you be called for making the offensive line move? If they twitch, do you get called for it?
I think that's the discussion there.
It was a hard count. Now, he never touched the lineman. He jumped back. And they're going to get the Mustangs for an offsides. No, okay. He started the offsides against the defense, and then he changed it to false start against the offense. Because he was putting those hands at the hips, wasn't he?
He was fixing to do offsides, yes, sir.
All right, so it's third down and 15, a 5-yard penalty against the Jackets. Third down and 15, back at the 24-yard line now. They'll stick with the 3 receiver set. Davis in the pistol formation with Silas as running back. Third down and long. Ball sits at the Mustang 24. Davis to throw. He's got a pocket, fires right, and it's too high for his tight end. It is incomplete, and it'll be fourth down and 15. Brady Kelly was the tight end he was looking for.
Yep. He's a big old target, and he overthrew him.
Yeah, sorry, I believe I said the wrong guy.
I think it was 34.
Zawicki. Yeah, Zawicki was the intent. He's a big target, but a little too high. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out there.
Yep.
Offense will stay out there for the Jackets on fourth down and 15 at the Mustang 24. 3-0 Mustangs. This would be a huge stop if they can get off the field. 4 receiver set. Davis has it. He's looking, throws right sideline, has a receiver caught, turns upfield into the end zone, touchdown. Fourth down and 15, 24 yards, and they connect. That's Cash Lynch with a catch from his QB Davis on fourth down and 15. He was going down the right sideline, then made a move at the 2 to cut inside for the end zone.
Yeah, that hurts right there, Ben, on fourth and long like that. Safety just was slow rotating over, getting over there. Should have had time to get over there. It was kind of a slower developing because they had to pick up, 15 yards. That was a longer route they had to run. So that's tough one to swallow there.
Swinging gate here. Davis has a snap. He's going to try to throw it into the end zone. It's caught. 2-point conversion is good. So they do the swinging gate, and they're able to complete it. Davis finds a receiver, Kelly. Brady Kelly was the receiver there for the Jackets, and they lead 8-3. That was an 80-yard drive, 24-yard pass, and that's the Cash Lynch from his QB Davis. 8-3 Jackets in the second. Back after this on KBEY 103.9.
just long enough to get that pass in there.
4 wideouts for the Mustangs. Trips left side, 1 receiver to the right. Aguilar's the running back. He's in motion now of the backfield. Going to swing it out to him. It's picked off Silas. That's going to be a pick 6. He's at the 1 touchdown that time. He does not drop it. He goes 29 yards on the pick 6. And the Jackets back on the board quickly after 1 play, 14-3. Silas dropped an interception on that exact same play in the first quarter this time. He made sure he held on to it, and he read it all the way, and he was gone.
He did, Ben, and, you know, he learned his lesson last time. This time he made sure he got there and corralled that pass, and before he took off and saw the green grass in front of him.
Here comes that swinging gate again. All the linemen are to the left, and then you've got the quarterback, running back, a snapper, and a receiver to the right. Now they're going to go ahead and line up as to try to kick the extra point here. All right, so it's a 14-3 Llano, looking to add more on with this extra point try. Francisco Paravano is the place kicker for the Jackets. Out of the hold of Grayson Lilly. It's up, and it is good. Jackets now lead 15-3 after the pick 6 by Jose Silas. And the Jackets lead 15-3 with 9:44 to go in the half on KBEY 103.9.
The kick.
15-3 Jackets, the pick 6 by Jose Silas as he takes it 29 yards. Here's another pooch kick. Flores will call the fair catch this time at the 24.
Yeah, that's not what we needed on that last drive, Ben, to kind of answer the first touchdown that we allowed the Jackets to get on the board with. But hopefully we just need to settle down here, put that behind us, and kind of come back out and do what we were doing beforehand in the first quarter when we had some momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
Definitely Jackets with all the momentum after that touchdown drive, and then the first play of that subsequent drive was a pick 6, and the Jackets have all the momentum right now, leading 15-3.
Yeah, let's see if we can maybe get a little run established, or, I mean, maybe go back to Anderson, but get him on a different easy pass to kind of settle him down there.
First down and 10. Liscombe in the shotgun. He's got it. Hand off Aguilar. Not much going on there. Gets a yard to the 26, so second down and 9. As the Jackets really keen on the run here.
Yeah, they probably assume we're going to try to go to the run and try to establish that back here, but, you know, we got to be
1 yard gain, second and 9.
Be cognizant of where we're at and not just turn it right back over to them. See if we can pick something up and get something rolling here.
See if you can pick up a first down or two and then see what you got. 9:16 and counting. Mustangs trail 15-3. Liscombe's in the shotgun, 2 receiver set. He's going to throw. It's a slant, and it's too high, incomplete. Intended receiver that time, Woodle, and just a little too high, and it's third down and 9.
Yeah, just a little high, but I think that was a good play. We had, you know, Woodall was open there on the deep slant there. Just need to kind of connect on that one.
But check that, Dickin, my bad. I said
Okay.
Woodle, but it's Dickin.
Yep.
All right, so Woodall was there, Dickin, excuse me, the receiver, and just a little too high. So third down and 9. 9:04 to go here in the second quarter, 15-3 Jackets. 4 receivers set. Liscombe has the snap, wants to throw. Has pressure now, has to roll to his left, and he's going to get away from the tackle, but then He's foot tackled again, and he'll go down for a big loss all the way back to the 14. That'll be a loss of 12, and the Jackets just would not let go. I believe that was Grayson Lilly who would not let his foot go there.
26, Cody Greenwood on the sack. Fourth down, Mustang.
I mean, he was fighting there, trying to get out of that one, and nearly got out of it, and to try to throw that one away and not take the loss, but they got to him, and here we are on 4th and long.
4th down and 20. Aguilar stands at the 2-yard line. Jackets should get good field position. End over end punt. Humphreys takes it at the Jacket 47. Angles to his left. Stiff arm. He's at the 40, still up, and then he's hit out of bounds. Flag comes in. He was out of bounds at the 36. That's where he's hit. And they'll tack on 15 yards. That'll take it to the 21.
Yeah, Mustangs continue to just not finding their way here in the second quarter after coming out and doing such good things there in the first quarter here. We're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, making penalties we don't need to be making and hurting ourselves.
That was on the Jacket sideline, and there was no denying that late hit over there, and the 2 flags came out immediately. And once it's all marked off, it's going to be just outside the red zone here. 8:14 to go.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
There were 2 first-quarter fumbles by the Jackets in that quarter. And now they're hanging onto the ball, and they're up 15-3. They're looking for more points here, and they're just outside the red zone with the ball sitting at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, another short field for the Yellow Jackets here.
First time the Jackets have gone to 2 backs in the backfield with the QB Davis in the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff. Silas calls his own number, and he's wrapped up. Maybe a yard gain there. That is all.
Luke Davis on the carry.
The Byfield again wrapping him up after a couple yards there, and going to have somebody down here for the Jackets. The Byfield been playing a good game on the defensive line. They'll give him 1 yard to the 22. No, well, 20, they give him the 21, so it's 2 yards. So clock stops with 7:59 to go in this first half. And the Jackets looking at a man on the field. So we'll take the timeout with them as the Mustangs down 15-3 back after this on KBEY 103.9. And off Silas on 2nd down and 8. He hits a wall of Mustangs at about the 16, gets a 5-yard gain. That was the QB Davis who went down. Now he did sprint off the field, and they're looking at him on the sideline. And it was Lilly, the backup QB. And so one play, Davis is out, and it looks like he's going to come back in here.
3rd and 4.
Do you see him out there at all? I don't.
No, he hasn't.
No.
I thought I saw him coming back out, but no, he hasn't.
I think they're going to go with Wildcat here.
Yeah, Wildcat here. Yep.
All right, so the Silas will be in a shotgun on 3rd down and 3. He's looking for a hole, goes forward, and he's going to get it. Needed the 13. He gets the 13, and that's a first down. 3-yard gain.
He kind of jumped in the air, and that last little bit there got that first down for him.
All right, so Davis does stay out of the ball game. And Lilly is the backup QB. Last play, they decided to go Wildcat with Silas. Now, Lilly's going to come back and be the QB in the pistol formation. Silas behind him. Under 7 to play in this first half. Mustangs trail 15-3. Jackets are threatening. Hand off Silas up the middle. He's at the 5. Lowers his shoulder, and he is going to be in. He took a Mustang into the end zone. And Silas finds the end zone this time on offense. He goes 12 yards on the carry, 21-3 Jackets. 6:41 to go in the half.
That was a big boy run right there by Jose Silas. He put his shoulder down and carried several Mustangs into the end zone. He saw it, and he wasn't going to be denied.
All right, so here comes the extra point try. Not even going to mess with the swinging gate here. Francisco Paravano on for the extra point try.
Paravano to kick.
6:41 to go in the half. Snap is good, hold is good, and Paravano's extra point try through the uprights.
PAT is good.
And that'll make it 22-3 Jackets. Will keep it here.
6:41 to go in
And
the
so
second
the Jackets have scored 22
quarter.
unanswered
22,
points. And
Mustangs 3.
Kevin, the Mustangs were hanging around, had the lead in that first quarter. The Jackets got that scoring drive, and the floodgates have opened for the Jackets.
They have, everything that was going right for the Mustangs in the first quarter. It's just kind of nothing's gone right for us here in the second quarter. Several mistakes, allowed some that fourth down touchdown pass. Just need to kind of, gather ourselves, slow it down, and see if we can get some momentum here on this opening offensive series here.
All right, so the starting quarterback, Luke Davis, went out for the Jackets on that drive. And Silas ran hard on that touchdown drive. He lowered his shoulder at the 5, and then at the 1 or 2 had a Mustang around his ankles and just took him into the end zone.
Yeah, he's a good-sized running back there with some speed.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be going low myself to try to take him down.
Ball teed up at the 40. That's Paravano, the place kicker for the Jackets. 6:41 left in this first half. Another pooch kick. They like that side each time. Taking on the run at the 20, 25, the 30, the 34-yard line. That time the Mustangs put a faster man back there saying if you want to kick it. I believe that was the young Diego Aguilar who was the up man that time. And you could definitely see his quickness there.
Definitely, if that's what they're going to continue to do, we'll move some speed over there. And you could tell, I mean, He did have to retreat, but he turned it and just got upfield as much as he could and got good starting field position here on this drive.
And he will be out there offensively as a receiver as well, along with his brother. So Diego Aguilar lined up, split to the left. There's 4 receivers. Joaquin Aguilar, the running back, to the left of his QB Liscombe on first down and 10. Ball sits at the Mustang 34. Liscombe bobbles a snap. He's got it. Here's pressure. He's going to go down, drop for a loss. Looked like he was going to try to pass, and he's dropped at the 26. Loss of 8 yards, and it's going to be second down at 18. And behind the change right there once you bobble the snap.
Yeah, that again, we're just kind of making mental mistakes, it seems like.
The flag is down. We got a personal foul against the Jackets.
Llano, number 57. 15-yard penalty.
All right, so was it a late hit, I believe?
It must have been. I didn't see it, and I didn't see a face smack necessarily, so it must have been kind of late hit
Yeah, but didn't see
coming in on the pile there.
Yeah. So that's a big one, because instead of a loss of 8 being second down at 18, the ball's close to the midfield, and you got a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 with 6:15 to go.
Yeah, those 15-yard penalties, that eats up yardage on the field and can do some damage.
That's almost a 30-yard swing there.
Yes,
Instead
it
of the
is.
22, it's at the 49. Ball back to Liscombe. Hand off Aguilar. Has some room. He's at the 41st down. Still going. The 35 down to the 32-yard line. Some life for the Mustangs. A 19-yard run for Joaquin Aguilar.
There we go. And that was just straight up the middle. Good job getting behind his offensive line and broke it and got into the second level and picked up the, what'd you say, 19 yards on that
19
one.
yards.
Yep.
And he's going to come out and get a breather here. With 5:52 to go. They stopped the play here just momentarily. They have taken a hit there at the end. It's first down for the Mustangs. Ball sits at the Jacket 32. Clock stops with 5:52 on the clock here. Get a touchdown here, you're back within 2 scores.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. I mean, the score looks a big margin right now, but if we can score here, I mean, you're right back in it. Plus, you stop all the bad things that have been happening to you, and you get some momentum back.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball sits at the 32 of Llano. Doak Timmerman's the running back. Liscombe fakes the handoff, throws a slant, incomplete, had the receiver just out of his arms. He was open. Gage Coleman, the intended receiver,
Gage Coleman, number
and
6.
just a little too hard by Liscombe, the sophomore.
Yeah, he was open, Ben. Llano was playing man defense on that. We had him beat on the inside, and if we could connect on that, he would have been in the end zone, Ben.
Just out of his arms,
Yeah.
and he had him. And Liscombe, the sophomore, still trying to learn the finer points of the varsity ball game here. It's a second down and 10. Ball sits at the Jacket 32. Doak Timmerman stays the running back. Pistol formation, Liscombe. Hands off, and Timmerman's hit immediately. Nowhere to go, never had a chance, and he'll be dropped for a 3-yard loss back at the 35. And third down and 13. Clock continues to run, 5:19 and counting in this second quarter.
Yeah, the Jackets I think they were kind of a run blitz there. I mean, they were in the backfield fast on that and just corralled Timmerman there and couldn't get anywhere going.
Third down and 13. We have to think you're in 4-down territory, especially if you can get it close. Ball sits at the Jacket 35, under 5 to play now.
Yeah, I would think, I mean, not even having to try to pick it all up here on third down. If you can get half of it here, then makes it a whole lot easier on that fourth down play.
3 wideouts for the Mustangs. Third down and 13. Here's the pistol formation. Doak Timmerman's the running back still. Liscombe in the shotgun has the ball. And we've got motion, or timeout, sorry.
Timeout, yep.
So the Mustangs take their third and final timeout with 4:34 to go in this first half. We're going to keep it here, 22-3 our score. Again, timeout called by the Mustangs, the third and final timeout of the half. Big thanks to our sponsors, First United Bank, Inman's Barbecue, J Bar, Hill Country Collision, Ewald Kubota, and IBC Bank. So third down and 13, 4:34 to go.
Yeah, I think Coach Timmerman saw something there. We weren't lined up correctly and wanted to just, kind of a crucial point in the game here for us, because if we can kind of keep the chains moving here and try to get some more points on the board, we're still in the game. So, you hate that we've already burned 2. That's our last one for the half still, but you gotta make sure we're lined up correctly and get a good play in there.
Third down and 13. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Mustangs. And Doak Timmerman's the running back for Marble Falls. Behind Liscombe, again, the pistol formation.
Returning to play, 3rd and 13 for the Mustangs.
3rd and 13 for the Stangs. Tied in a motion right side now for Marble Falls on 3rd down. Ball back to Liscombe. He's going to throw. He's got a pocket. He's looking. What is a pump fake? Looking downfield. Fires, and it is. Low throw incomplete. Coleman came back for the pass and can't get his arms underneath it. Incomplete at the 26 and 4th down and 13.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line. Anderson had plenty of time. He had all day to throw. It just couldn't find any open receivers downfield there.
Jacket down at about the 37-yard line. Stops the clock with 4:27 to go. 22-3 Jackets on top. And so with it being 4th down and 13, being down by 19, you say let's go for it where you're at on the field?
I think you still do, Ben. I don't think we have anything to lose at this point. And, and defense has played relatively solid. We've given up a little bit here in that early on in the second quarter here, but, if we can kind of get back to slowing them down like we were doing in the first quarter, take our chances. Let's roll the dice and see what we can do.
All right, so 4th down and 13. The Jacket walks off the field. I'll have to see what we got score-wise here, Kevin, around the area here in just a minute. All right, so 4th down and 13. Will the offense come back on the field? About to find out here.
Yeah, or do you do a little pooch kick here from
Pin
the
him deep there?
quarterback? Or, see what we're going to do here. Does look like it's the offense.
All right, so we'll see Liscombe. And the 3 wideouts for the Mustangs. Doak Timmerman still the running back in the shotgun. On 4th down and 13, ball sits at the Mustang 35-yard line. Liscombe has it to throw. Firing down the left sideline for Coleman. All off his hands, incomplete at the 5-yard line. He had 2 steps behind the Jacket, and he cannot haul it in. That was a good strike that time by Liscombe, and Coleman just can't bring it in for the Mustangs, and it is a turnover on downs.
Oh, That was so close to being there, Ben. Just a little out of his reach there, but Coleman gave everything he could, dove for that ball, and good play. Good route by Coleman there, too. I mean, he was wide open, got behind the defender there.
Just off the tip of his hands, and the ball goes back to the Jackets with 3:51 to go in the half. So a turnover on downs by the Mustangs. Had a big pass completion and a run by Aguilar, and just unable to connect there on that pass. So it's first down and 10. Jackets. See who's the quarterback. It's Davis. He hands off. That's Shaw, left side. He has some room. The 50 going down the left sideline. Take it down at the 45 of Marble Falls, and that will be a gain of about 29 yards.
Play results in our Llano.
30 yards out to the 45 of Marble. They give him the 43. Or they? Okay, now they're pushing it back a couple. All right.
Yep. He bounced to the outside and got the corner and got down the sideline on us.
3:44 on the clock in this first half, 22-3 Jackets. Pistol, here's Davis, the throw, rolls right, being chased. He's looking downfield. He's got a wide open man. It's caught Lynch. He stutters and steps and then to the 10-yard line, and he will get 35 yards there. He was wide open, and then he stopped and got another 10 yards.
Check on the tackle.
And it's going to be first down. I believe first down and goal. It's spotted right at the 10, so they put away the chains, and first down and goal. Under 3.5 to play in this first half, 22-3 Jackets. Davis going to be in the shotgun. Shaw remains the running back. 3 wideouts. Handoff, Shaw up the middle. He's at the 5, still going down to the 2-yard line. Gain of 8, second down and goal.
Brayden Shaw on the carry.
Looks like they're going to Wildcat here.
7-yard.
Yep, Silas comes back out, and he already has one Wildcat run, looking for another one. He has one touchdown run as well, and a pick 6. And that's going to be Silas in the Wildcat for the Jackets. Calls his number, looking for the right side, and he is denied. He is hit by the Mustangs. They keep him out at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the Mustang defense. Getting to the ball and standing him up and not letting him in the end zone there.
So it'll be a second down and goal at the 1.
First hit by number 4, Doug Timmerman.
Under 2.5 to play in this first half. Jackets, third down and goal at the 1. 2:20 and counting. They'll keep the Wildcat out there. Silas in the shotgun. Bobbles the ball, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Doug Timmerman will bring him down. Loss of 3, back at the 4, and it'll be fourth down and goal. They're bringing on the kicking unit, are the Jackets. And that timeout going to be called by the Jackets with the 2-minute timeout here. Forgot about that.
2-minute warning, yes.
I got to get used to that here. So 2-minute timeout.
Good, good goal line stand here by our defense. I wasn't expecting Coach Green to be sending in the field goal unit there. I'd be figuring he'd just stay in the Wildcat and
I was thinking that as well.
Try to pound it in one more time, and our defense is going to have to rise to the challenge one more time there. But two great plays there on second down and third down of stuffing Silas, because we know he's getting the ball. It's just like man on man. Let's see what you got, and the Mustang defense rolls to the challenge there.
All right, so they call the timeout due to the Jackets, their first one. Marble Falls does get the ball to start the second half.
Returning to play is 4th and 4.
All right, so 4th down and 4. Here comes the extra point try, or not the extra point, the field goal try from Paravano. And this one will be from 21 yards out. Out of the hold of the backup QB, Lilly. For Paravano, the 21-yarder. This is just pretty much like an extra point try. Snap is good, hold is good, and it is off the upright, no good.
I think
it was tipped. Yeah, somebody came in from the edge for the Mustangs.
Who was that? That was Atreyu, I think, got in there and maybe got a hand on it because it hit the upright low. And, man, what can you say? Great job by the defense. True stand there and keeping points off the board. Now we got 1:56 left in. Let's see if we can get something going with our offense here.
21-yard field goal, no good off the right upright. And it stays 22-3 Jackets. And so the Mustangs with a defensive stand there. And with 1:56 to go, no timeout. See if you can quickly get down the field here and try to get something going in that locker room with you getting the ball to start the second half here.
That'd be great if we could get a drive going here, get some points on the board, and then like you just said, we get the ball to start the second half. They call that, what, 2 for 1? Is that what they call that for?
All right, so it's going to be first down and 10, Liscum. Low snap, handoff up the middle, and not much gets back the line of scrimmage, no gain. That's Diego Aguilar with the run in for his brother. No gain, so second down and 10, 1:39 and counting. Timeout called by the Jackets, their second, so they've got one more timeout remaining. So they want to try to get the ball back and score one more time.
Ben, actually they'll have 2 because that it was a 2-minute warning.
Yes,
sorry, yes, because I looked up there and I still see 3. And
you're right.
Yes. So yes, they're going to try to. I mean, we do need to pick up a first down here to just one for our own sake and keeping the momentum going, but it keeps the ball out of the Jackets' hands as well.
All right, I'll eventually get used to that 2-minute timeout there. All right, some scores to pass along to you. The Bulldogs, they lead Little River Academy in the second quarter, 14-7. That's a homecoming game for the Bulldogs. Any scores you got on your app there? Looks like the Badgers at half. Yeah. No score against Killeen Chaparral. Is that right?
That's what mine says as well, too. So other district teams here, looks like Brownwood 20-0 over Glen Rose about midway through the third quarter. Stephenville 28-0 over Godley at halftime.
All right, second down and 10 run, and Diego Aguilar goes forward for about 6. He gets to the 26. And the Jackets take their second timeout, stopping the clock with 1:26 to go here in the half. 22-3 Jackets. Takes it out to the 26. So nice run just up the gut for Diego that time.
Yeah, I mean, 6-yard pickup there. We needed that. Makes it third and manageable here. So, like I said, we need to pick up this first down here. That kind of shoots Llano in the foot with burning these timeouts. But, hopefully we can get something moving here.
1:31 to go in the half. 22-3. Jackets have one timeout remaining now. Coach Timmerman talking over with his offense. Third down for that last drive. Kevin, so close to a couple of big completions that could have gone for a score and another, or could have kept the drive alive.
It could have, and hopefully Anderson can build off of that and know that, he had some good throws there, just couldn't, just a little out of reach, but, receivers are diving and running good routes for him, so hopefully we can start connecting on those.
This comes in the shotgun, third down and 4 for the Mustangs, trailing 22-3. Ball back to Liscum, fakes the handoff, rolls left, looking, going to fire downfield, has a receiver at Treyu. He's got it, the 40, he fumbled the ball. He fumbled, and the Jackets are going to pick it up at the 35-yard line. He caught it, he was hit, and the ball came loose at the Jacket 35 with 1:22 to go in the half.
Oh, my goodness, that was just an unfortunate turn of events. Great pass, great catch.
Yeah, great play.
And as he was getting tackled, there was a defender from his backside that just kind of hit him just right. And I think Coach Zimmerman's out there asking if his knee was already down before the ball came out. I don't know, we don't have replay here,
no replay.
But just kind of unfortunate turn of events.
Tough break for the Mustangs there at the 35. Mahacek made a great play and caught it, and then he was hit. And unfortunately for him, and the Mustangs ball comes out, and the Jackets cause a turnover. Their second turnover they've caused. 1:22 to go. They've got one timeout. Pistol formation. Davis wants to throw. He's got a pocket. He's looking. He can run. And he is trying to, and he goes forward for maybe a couple. And do the Jackets take a timeout here? They let the clock. They're going to let it go here. They're
probably going to have to keep that one in their pocket here.
Yeah. He got 2 yards.
Second and 8.
So it's a second down and 8 now. Does a pump fake. He's looking. Still up, and he's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. Pressure at the last second. Byfield was there, and that forced him to throw wild. It's incomplete. Third down and 8. Clock stops with 55 seconds to go.
Yeah, clock does stop there for him. but kind of helps the defense kind of get readjusted and from the hurry up there and make sure we get lined up correctly and get all these receivers covered.
Okay, 3rd down and 8 now. Going to have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Handoff, Silas up the middle. And he's going to be tackled just shy, a couple yards shy. 4th down and 2, gets 6 yards on the carry. And I don't think the Jackets are going to use that timeout here. And they're just going to maybe try to, I'm not sure what they're going to do here. It's 4th down.
Trying to see Coach Green over there, and he's really not just, I think he's just going to, I think he'd be content to just let the clock run out.
The game clock is about a half second ahead of the play clock, but we saw that last week. And I was confused by that.
Still confused by that one,
Yeah.
Ben. But I guess we're just going to let it run out. Are we even going to take a timeout with 1 second left and do a Hail Mary or
I'm not
anything,
sure
or?
here. Well, he's standing by the ref, so I think he is going to take a timeout
Yep.
and try to give it one last go here in this first half. Jackets lead 22-3. Did he call the timeout? I don't think he did. They're just going to go ahead and head to the locker room. So no timeout taken there by the Jackets. They just let the time wind down here. And the Mustangs will get the ball to start the second half. And, that was a tough end to that second quarter, but you have to take some positive in that there were some plays there to be had.
You do, Ben, because, in the previous drive when we were driving, we nearly converted that 4th down there. So we've kind of stopped the bleeding there from the early of the second quarter when we were shooting ourselves in the foot there with a lot of penalties and mistakes and letting Llano back in the game here. But we've definitely kind of stemmed the tide and got some momentum going here. Plus, we're going to get the ball to start the second half.
All right, so see what the Mustangs can concoct up in that locker room for the second half with the Llano Yellow Jackets. And the Llano Yellow Jackets look like a really good ball team, and they play Gerald next week. So I'll be curious to see how top of a ball game that's going to be.
Could be a track meet next week. So
Jackets won the game last year against Gerald, by the way.
Okay.
So 2 good teams, and we'll really be interested to see the outcome of that ball game. So, Kevin, your overall thoughts so far as the Mustangs jumped out to the 3-0 lead, but then 22 unanswered points by the Jackets.
Yeah, we just kind of got off rhythm there, kind of lost the momentum. The Jackets kind of seized on that and got those 22 unanswered. But we've kind of righted the ship some. We've gotten some momentum back here. And
that goal line stand.
The goal line stand is huge. That was huge right there. And coming off of that, we held them out. We didn't let them, we had to give it back to them there and kept them out from using their 2-minute offense there to get any additional points there at the half. So we've got a lot of positives here going into the halftime there.
All right, and the offense, you did see Anderson get some momentum there in that first half.
Yeah, he started kind of settling down. The game kind of was probably going very, very fast for him early on there, but kind of started settling down there, started getting better with his passes, getting a little bit closer, and his receivers are getting there for him.
All right, so the Llano band performing here at the half. So we'll be back on the road next week. San Antonio Brackenridge going to be at Alamo Stadium, an old Venerable Stadium there in the middle of the city, an old rock stadium. And that'll be next Friday before they head to Lavernia, which is just east of San Antonio. I've never been to Lavernia, so that'll be a fun trip.
Yep.
And then they'll maybe play one more preseason game and then district begins.
We have Divine at home.
Yeah, Divine. So Divine will be the last of the pre-district ball games, and then the district begins.
Yep.
Starts off with Burnett on October 10th.
Yep, that'll be an important first district game there.
Because you have to assume that game will pretty much be for the 4th spot in for the playoffs.
Yes, because if that one doesn't go your way, you're fighting uphill the rest of the way. So
yeah, we'll see how Brownwood, as you're mentioning, Brownwood with a first-year coach, and Stephenville, such a powerhouse. And Lampasas, a program that has really got it together. And right now they're tied at the half 0-0 against clean chaparral. You don't see that very often in today's ball game.
You don't. I don't. You know, the Gerald coach came from clean chaparral, so I don't know if chaparral kept the slot T or if they've changed offenses. So whatever they're doing, they've got they're kind of stymieing the Badgers tonight.
Yeah,
so
they are. So we'll see how that game turns out. And Burnett looking for their first one. They're on top of Little River Academy, which is near Temple.
Yep.
And that's a homecoming game for the Bulldogs this evening. Some programming notes this weekend here on KBEY. We do have the Texas A&M Aggies against Notre Dame tomorrow evening, 5:30, 6:30 kickoff.
road game for the Aggies.
Yeah,
They're in South Bend there.
Yeah,
so.
we'll see. They were a lot of Aggies at Wrigley Field. I saw they were playing the War Hymn on the organ there at Wrigley Field. I saw something on social media, and then got the Cowboys noon on Sunday against the Giants. So we're in full swing of football here, and hard to believe we're already in week number 3, Kevin.
It is. It just feels like we just started, just yesterday, and here we are, week 3, Ben. It is amazing how fast the weeks do click by.
You wait for it to get here, and then boom, it flies through it.
Yes, for sure. It takes forever to get here, and then it's just it goes by so fast.
All right, so again, the Mustangs down 22-3. That's 22 unanswered points for the Llano Yellow Jackets here at Mustang Stadium, and the second straight home game for the Mustangs on a nice night here in Marble Falls. All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll chat some more Mustangs football on KBEY 103.9. All right, it is the half between the Jackets and the Mustangs here on KBEY, and the Jackets lead 22-3 here at Mustang Stadium. Do want to thank our sponsors this evening. Big thanks to First United Bank, Inman's Barbecue, J-Bar, Hill Country Collision, Ewald Kubota, and IBC Bank. All right, so here at the half, and got the Llano band out there. They're all black this evening. Not sure if that's their true marching uniforms right now, but you've got the Mustang band. They're already in their unis getting ready for the contest season.
Yeah, it looks like Llano's maybe half in, half out.
Yeah.
It looks like we got their pants on, but maybe not our tops and hats on. But yeah, the Mustang band's full regalia tonight, and so we'll be excited to see them because we didn't get to see them perform last week because of the halftime facilities. They performed at the end of the game. So it'll be good to see them here shortly after the Llano band plays.
Yeah, last week it was homecoming for the Mustangs, so they've got that done, and now the band gets to perform this evening on the field, and again coming off of a state performance last year.
Yeah, I think they've got that program rolling, and you can see. I've heard from head band director Mr. Lefflet. The numbers continue to grow, which is good for their program, and so they're enjoying that success to get the kids out and those numbers growing, and that helps them to do many more things. So they're excited.
And then also got, going around the school, and then, this is more of the springtime. But the theater department has really become a juggernaut for Marble Falls High School, going to, 4 or 5 state championships they've been to now.
Yes, they got that program rolling. Mr. Clark over there and his kids are doing an excellent job and continue to turn out great performances and great cast members there at the state level for sure.
All right, then right now, plenty of fall sports still going on. You've got volleyball, and have they started district play yet?
They did. They had a big match Tuesday night at Burnett. Mustangs didn't come out, but it took them 5 sets, so Burnett squeaked one out there. The first time through for district play. They were playing Gateway here tonight for the second district game. I hadn't heard any results yet, but I really been concentrating on the game. I hadn't really been checking my phone yet, but we can do that here shortly and see if we can get a score to everybody here shortly on that one. But, district play has started for volleyball. Team tennis had a tough loss, I think, earlier this week, but they're still kind of sitting in that second place and so they need to continue to kind of win out for that team tennis district here in the fall.
Yeah, talking with Coach Willie last week, he was our interview, and he was really feeling good about the season and confident in his team. So I know he feels good about what his team tennis can do. And then, of course, cross country, they have been successful, and we're really in the midst of cross country right now.
Yeah, right in the middle of it. Teams have been, I think they had a meet yesterday, if I remember right. But don't give me the line on that. I see a lot of information come through. I don't always, it's trying to process it all, but they are right in the middle of it. And we've got our big home event coming up here in a couple of weeks, the Leo Manzano meet coming up here, which is always great to see. And it's a well-attended event by a lot of schools. I mean, we've got a great course up here just north of the stadium here, and a lot of teams come and like to participate in that one.
And of course, you bring up Leonel Manzano. Coach Futrell, of course, knows him very well.
Yep.
Coach him in high school, said it's his birthday today.
Okay, well, happy birthday, yep.
Yeah, and of course, the road, which is named after him, which we can see a car driving on right now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
beyond our view here at the stadium. So it looks like Llano's about to finish up their performance here at Mustang Stadium. Again, at the half, and the Mustangs down 22-3. Something we talked last week too, Kevin, is the next year it's going to look totally different here. Will it be ready next year, or will it still be under construction this time next year?
Well, Ben, we've got a school board meeting Monday night, and I think we're going to get to hear a lot from the architects. They're going to be coming to the board and kind of giving us an update on where they're at with all the schematic designs, the construction development designs, where they're at in that process. The biggest key is to, maybe we kind of talked about it a little bit last week, Ben, but we've got to make sure we can get the baseball field built first, because because we can't tear up the baseball field without the new one being built. So we've got to get that one built. And I think early indications is that we can get the baseball field built in time for the 26 spring baseball season. Now, it may not be 100% complete, but the field, the dugouts, everything for the players will be able to be built. The parents may need to come and bring their lawn chairs and enjoy it old school wise.
Just like
Little League, rec ball days, but that's okay. The players they're gonna have a top-notch facility from what I'm kind of been hearing early on. So if we can get that done, we can get the baseball field built first, then that allows us to start on there. But yes, a year from now, it may not be 100% complete, but we're going to see a lot of steel in the air. We should see a roof over there, and they're going to be, going full bore at this point next year.
That's going to, I know we talked about that last week, but that's going to look totally different. And just trying to, as we're sitting here, just trying to envision what that's going to look like.
And it'll probably feel even bigger than if anybody's been to the facilities north of Park Road 4 here to Burnett and seen their indoor facility, because we are going to be taking away our current third gym, what we call our PE gym. We're taking that away because that's where the new band hall's going. We're shuffling a lot of things around to kind of help our kids here. We're actually it's going to go away, but we're going to build a third gym onto the indoor facility, so it's going to even be bigger so it's going to encompass that third gym there.
And that's the thing too. At Burnett, it's behind the stands. Here, you're going to be looking directly at it.
Yes. So it'll be a big roof line over there for sure next year.
All right, so yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how that all works out. Really exciting times. All right, so it's halftime, and the Jackets lead 22-3. And take another break. When we come back, we got more from Mustang Stadium on KBEY 103.9. All right, thanks. All right, so it's at the half, and had the little Mustang dance team out there getting to perform for the crowd this evening. I know I'm sure they really enjoyed that. A lot of hard work. I bet they've been working on that for a few weeks now. A lot of hard work going into it.
I think a couple of weeks, and that's a lot of participants out there. So that's good to see. A lot of
at least 40 kids.
At least, if not more.
All right, they had the band performing for them in the background, and you got the flag bearers, really dressed up and in some pink and purple out there. About to perform for the crowd. And Gerald had a good crowd, but, Llano, of course, being closer, I think they've got an even bigger crowd.
I think they've got them beat from last week for sure, Ben.
They're filled that secondary stands. They've got filled up across the way as well.
Yep, for sure. Good to see. Good, and, Llano's, they've always been known to travel very well, so it's good to see that crowd over there.
All right, and they are hoping they can go to 3-0 as, Jackets with 22 points. And if you can hold them, I mean, you got to think about it this way. They scored 55 points and 62 points in their first two games.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, 22-3 seems like a big margin right now at the half, but, we're in the game. I still feel like we're in the game. If we can just get a little bit more momentum going and get that offense kind of clicking a little bit like Coach Timmerman wants to do, I think sky's the limit. I think we can get some points. We've shown we can move the ball on the Yellow Jackets tonight some. So, there's a lot of, positives that we can take in the first half. And like I said, it may look like a big margin on the scoreboard, but it doesn't feel that big up here calling the game tonight, Ben, like it did last week. So I feel like we still got we're in the game, especially coming out in the second half to start the second half, and we're getting the ball. I just feel like, if we can get something going and get some points on the board early on, that'll just help the momentum, help the team build off of that and keep us in this.
Well, the game started off interesting. Llano got the ball to begin the ball game and started at their own 21 play, a 9-yard run. Ball came out at the end. The Mustangs jumped on it, and the Jackets held them, and so they had to come out and try a field goal. And Joaquin Aguilar nailed a 35-yard field goal, and That gave the Mustangs the early lead at 3-0. Llano gets the ball back at their own 21. They go 3 and out. They've got to punt it away. Then the Mustangs have to get the ball back, punt it away. The Jackets have it. They're driving. They complete a pass inside the 20, about a 29-yard completed pass, and Humphreys fumbles it, and the Stangs jump on it, and they brought the ball out to about midfield before the drive stalled, and then the Jackets get the ball and they go 80 yards, and they're able to punch it in after a 24-yard pass. Davis finding his receiver out there and was able to punch it in. And that was where they would go up 8-3, and then the 2-point conversion was good. Cash Lynch is who made the catch. I believe that was 4th down and 15 as well.
It was, and that was a tough one to give up there. Yep.
Just when you think you're going to get off the field, instead
sure.
They get 8 points there. And then on the ensuing play, Silas, who dropped one of these earlier in the ball game, this time he read the pass where Liscombe was going to swing it out to his running back Aguilar, and Silas jumped in front of it and took it 24 yards, and the extra point was good. 15-7 or 15-3 was our score, and then one more touchdown drive for the Jackets, where it was the running back Silas was able to punch it in for the Jackets, and that's where we stand right now, 22-3. Mustangs do have a goal line stand where then they forced a field goal try, which hit the right upright. And so I know for the defense, you have to find some positives, those 2 fumble recoveries and that stop there near the goal line.
Yeah, and all those things, helped the momentum shift, and because Llano had it for the first half of the second quarter. I mean, they couldn't do anything wrong. We were shooting ourselves in the foot, but we kind of stopped the bleeding there, kind of started swinging it back to our favor. That goal line stand was huge, and then just coming off and doing some things there to kind of get some positive yardage and get Anderson comfortable, get the game to kind of slow down for him there. He's able to start bringing his passes down. He's not overshooting his receivers. Receivers are running good routes. It looks like Llano's continuing to run. They're just going to say, hey, beat us. We're going to run man on the back end there. I think we've got enough speed. We can get behind them. We've shown we can get behind them. And we just need to take advantage when our opportunities are there.
Just been a couple inches off on some of these passes, and they've connected on a couple this evening. And it's the thing, you get a young quarterback comfortable, and who knows what can happen.
For sure. I mean, sky's the limit there. Anything can happen. That's why they play the game. Also, too, I kind of noticed, the Llano quarterback, Luke Davis, he kind of went out there for a little bit. He did come back in. Still kind of looked a little ginger. They did kind of roll him out a few times, but they didn't run him since he's been back in, and they had liked to run him early on and in the first couple of games. So we'll see how well, if he's getting some treatment there in the here at halftime, and what his abilities are there in the second half. It hadn't stopped his arm. He was still able to connect on some passes there, but we'll see if it kind of takes him out of the running game. Maybe our defense can kind of key on that and just focus on the running backs there.
Yeah, because he likes to do his, called quarterback runs, and so the 22-3 is our score here at the half at Mustang Stadium. Again, Ben Shields and Kevin Verdell hanging out with you here on this Friday evening. So the Mustang band coming off the field, and that means we are one step closer to the second half, where the Mustangs will get the ball to begin the second half. We'll see. I know Joaquin was out in that end of the first half. We'll see how he is in the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, you don't want to speculate on what his injury might be, but he still had his pads on. So hopefully maybe he could get inside and get a little treatment and figure something out, and we'll see if he can get back in. But it's kind of, keeping the family name in the backfield there, is his brother kind of stepped in there for him there kind of to close out the second half, and had a couple good runs there. So we'll see how that development unfolds here in the second half as well.
Diego Aguilar, freshman. I'm trying to think. I know there's been a couple of freshman kickers for the Mustangs, but there haven't been very many freshmen that have had a chance to get some time on varsity over the past
Very
10 to 12 years.
Very few, and probably very few in a lot of programs
Yeah.
as well. So.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, but you could definitely see on one of those kick returns, you could definitely see his quickness.
Definitely, for sure, yeah. When we kind of figured out if they were going to continue to do that pooch kick there to our right side there, we kind of snuck him in there, and luckily he caught the ball and got upfield and had a good return there.
All right, so again, want to thank our sponsors this evening, Emmons Barbecue, First United Bank, J-Bar, Hill Country Collision, Ewald Kubota, and IBC Bank. And halftime is winding down here at Mustang Stadium. And thank you for tuning in to KBEY 103.9. You can also live video stream the game at the kbeyfm.com and dailytrib.com. And if you want to watch the game afterwards, you can do so as well. We got the Daily Trib YouTube page, and it's up on the Daily Trib YouTube page all week long if you want to go back and watch the game. All right, so Llano getting some calisthenics in for the second half, and the Mustangs making their way out of the field house to run through the Mustangs. So we're going to take one more break. When we come back, the second half from Mustang Stadium on KBEY 103.9.
It's good to get the experience in. You may not necessarily always want to do it that way, but we'll take it, and we've kind of thrown him into the fire here, and he's doing I'd say he's doing a very good job tonight. I think we kind of fixed our snaps early on in the game. We had some low snaps. He is taller than Crawford, but I think he's kind of settled down. The game's kind of slowed down a little bit for him. You kind of see him settling in there in the second quarter.
All right, so here comes the second half. Llano has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Francisco Paravano, the senior place kicker, kicking off left to right here. Second half, just seconds away from getting underway. And here it is. He approaches, and another pooch kick. He likes that right side off the hands of the up man. That's to pick it up. He's at the 20 and then hit at the 22-yard line as he's able to recover that ball. All right, so first down and 10 for the Mustangs at the 22-yard line.
No Ortiz on return.
No Ortiz that time for the Mustangs. 6 seconds off the clock here.
From their own 22-yard line.
But, Llano's consistent. They continue to pooch kick right there every time.
Yeah,
so
they have not deviated from that one time.
Not at all.
It looks like Diego Aguilar is going to be the running back here in the second half.
Yep.
Anderson Liscombe, the QB, and the shotgun. Got 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Anderson has the ball. Gives to Diego, right side, finds a hole and gets some nice yardage on that first down carry. Crosses the 25 out to the 26. 4-yard gain for Diego, and it is second down and 6.
Yeah, good strong run there, just off the right tackle there. Picked up good 4 yards. See if we can get Diego going. I would assume Joaquin's probably not going to be playing here in the second half unless just absolutely needed.
Sticking with the 3 wideouts on second down and 6. Diego's to the left of the QB Liscombe. He rolls left. He's looking, fires away, and the ball was tipped, intended for the Treyu at about the 29-yard line, and one of the Jackets got his hands on the ball there, and it's incomplete. I believe it was Silas who knocked it away. Third down and 7. Or third down and 6, we should say. Stops the clock with 11:15 to go in the third quarter.
Silas is all over the field on that defensive,
He is.
defensive side of the ball.
I thought Treyu was going to have a chance, and Silas got his paw in there and was able to bat it down. Here's third down and 6, 4 wideouts for Marble Falls. Diego Aguilar, the freshman's the running back. Liscombe to throw, has a pocket, steps up, fires down the middle of the field. It's caught, first down at the 35 out to the 38-yard line, and that time, I believe that's going to be Williams. Jace Williams making the catch at the 38, and that is going to be a gain of 12 yards, and nice poise by Liscombe to find Williams crossing the field.
Yeah, he kind of double pumped there to make sure receiver came open and completed the pass, and great grab, great job after the catch and getting that first down.
First down and 10 Mustangs out to the 38-yard line. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Diego Aguilar is the running back. Liscombe has the snap. Give to Diego up the middle, and Diego is able to get a couple to the 40. So Diego relieving his brother Joaquin as he gets a couple yards there.
Yeah, just pounding it up the middle behind our garden centers right there.
Second down and 8 for the Mustangs. Going to go back to that 3-receiver set. Logged behind the receiver to the left, Treyu. Out wide to the right. On second down and 8, ball back to Liscombe, rolls right. He's looking downfield, fires for the right sideline, off the hands of his receiver. That was Dickin, can't haul it in at the 43-yard line, incomplete, and it'll be a third down and 8 now.
Looked like that was a good pass. Just receiver let it just get to his body and kind of bounced off his chest right there.
Now, he may have been hit immediately, so I'm not sure how much he would have gotten there if he did haul it in.
It wasn't maybe a couple-yard gain there if he had hauled it in, Ben.
Third down and 8 for the Mustangs. Clock stops after that incompletion at 10:07 to go. 22-3 Jackets. Mustangs did complete a completion to move the chains. They're looking for another one on third down and 8. Diego to the right of his QB, Liscombe. 4 receiver set. Liscombe to throw. He's got a pocket, steps up. He's looking downfield. Now he's going to run, and then he's hit hard, nowhere to go. And He was hit at the line of scrimmage.
Number 26, Cody Greenwood.
Cody Greenwood was there for the Jackets, and 4th down and 8, punting time for the Mustangs. And let's see who punts now. It's going to be Jace Williams punting away for the Mustangs.
Yeah. I mean, good job by Anderson stepping up in the pocket. And he did a good job keeping his eyes downfield. He's still looking for his receivers, but they were just covered. There was nowhere for him to go with that. He tried to pull it down and pick up something, but the Jacket defense was there to smother him.
He stands at the 24-yard line. Williams gets off a punt and takes a decent roll for the Mustangs, picked up by Humphreys, and he's hit immediately at the 22-yard line. So no gain on the return. Mustangs down there, and he never had a chance.
No. I mean, not quite sure why he picked that up.
Yeah.
At that point, it was kind of late to do that because we were already down there. If he would have muffed that, we would have been all over that one.
That was Olin Dalton, who's just a sophomore down there, and made the hit immediately for the Mustangs.
23-yard line.
So 9:20 left in this third quarter, 22-3 Jackets. So the Mustangs did get a first down, but then the drive stalls out. Jackets keep Davis out there. Going to be 3 wideouts to the left. Davis in the shotgun has the snap. That's Shaw, the running back, breaks a tackle, turns upfield, and then hits a few Mustangs at the 28 after a 6-yard gain.
He did a good job there, made a couple Mustangs miss, but good continued pursuit by the defense there to get him on the ground.
2nd down and 6. Mustang checked out the Jackets working quickly. Trips left side. And timeout called here. Coach Timmerman getting a timeout.
Defensive called timeout.
Yeah. I think, were we short one guy? I think the Mustangs were short a guy.
Yeah.
They only had 10 players on the field, and that's why they had to call the timeout with 10 players on the field with 9 minutes to go. First timeout called for the Mustangs. Well, he was in the huddle on the offensive side, so sometimes when you're going both ways,
yeah, you gotta be paying attention. So, yeah. And I didn't pay attention. Hopefully, we didn't have 10 guys on the first down play.
I'm not sure that it's a good question, Kevin.
Yeah.
That is a good question. I can't count that.
I don't know if I saw anybody necessarily come off the field there for 2nd down.
2nd down and 4. Well, they only got 6 yards then, if that was the case.
Yeah.
All right, so the Jackets and Mustangs back on the field. It's 22-3. Hand off to Shaw. Shaw fights for the first down. He's got it as he lowered his shoulder out to the 35-yard line. And it'll be a first down for the Jackets.
Brayton Shaw on the carry, brought down by 33. Clayton Thompson.
They work up to the line, first down and 10. The Trips moves to the right now on first down. Silas comes in as the running back. Gets his number called, and he gets away from one defender. Not the second. Gets maybe a yard as he falls forward to the 36-yard line.
Good job by Caleb on the backside end there, just running down the line and caught him from the back. And good pursuit by the rest of the Mustangs.
He has been disruptive this evening for the Mustangs on the D-line. Pistol formation, trips right side for the Jackets. Again, Davis, just a junior, and you can really see him have command of this offense for Llano. Now near the 8-minute mark of the third, Davis to throw. He's got a pocket, going to fire down the right sideline, has Cash open again at the 35, the 30, breaks a tackle to 20. He's at the 10, forced out of bounds inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. And he is going to go 56 yards, and another big pass play. That has been a big connection all night long down that right sideline to Cash Lentz. 3rd time they have connected.
Yeah, that's unfortunate on our defense right there. We should have been all over him.
He was wide open again.
Wide open again.
Davis in the shotgun, give to Silas, straight ahead, and he will get in. Signal comes in. Yep. Touchdown Jackets. His 2nd offensive touchdown, his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. He also had a pick 6, and the Jackets are on the board, 28-3, 7:43 to go. In the third quarter, 78-yard drive by the Jackets.
I saw a late flag come in there, Ben. We'll see what the what this might be. Probably going to be after the play, though.
And see who they get as the guilty party here. So they call a personal foul against the Jackets. Do you just try to assess that on the kickoff, probably?
You know,
do you get a choice?
I need to get some clarification on that. Most of the time you see it get assessed on the kickoff, but if you have the choice, why wouldn't you mark them back on the extra point?
Especially at this level.
You know, and make it harder on the extra point. But we'll get some clarification.
Yes.
For
we need
next
one
time.
of those retired officials come
right.
help us with these calls here. All right, here comes the extra point try. Snap is good, hold is good, and the extra point is off the foot of Pavarano through the uprights, 29-3, and the Jackets extend their lead, 29 unanswered points, and we'll be back after this on KBEY 103.9. Seven 7:43 to go here in the third quarter, and the Jackets get their first drive of the second half, and they go 78 yards. A big pass play, about 50 yards, and that set up that touchdown run by Silas.
Yeah, giving up that long play there, that just kind of took some steam out of the defense there.
They really like to roll them out.
They do. They do. Yeah.
Pavarano has it teed up at the 25-yard line. Does this go left again? And they are backed up 15 yards. Yet they do go to the same spot, the 30, the 35, the 40, and then runs into the back of a couple of his Mustangs at about the 42.
No, but it'll be good field position for the offense to start out.
No Ortiz there. Yeah, good field position, you're right. Across the 40, 7:35 to go in the third quarter. Offsides on the kicking team. How often do you see that?
Not often, because there's really no reason to be offsides. But, you know, I guess somebody's excited to, one of the gunners are excited to get downfield.
Think of one thing for Llano that has been a weak spot, it's been the penalties.
Yep.
All right, 29-3 now for the Jackets. And they'll mark off 5 yards there, so this will be even better field position. It'll take it to the 47-yard line, so close to midfield here for Marble Falls.
5 yards added to the end of the run.
So we're going to go with 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends for the Mustangs.
47-yard line.
And Diego Aguilar, the running back, with his QB, Anderson Liscomb. Liscomb has the ball. Give to Aguilar, and he wastes no time to get through that hole. Crosses the 50 to the 47. Then laid a hit on the defender, gets 6 yards, and second down and 4 for the freshman.
Yeah, good job. Just, you know, he just put his foot in the ground and went straight upfield, and you know, you can see that speed there. He's getting nearly into the second level there pretty quickly.
He went north to south, or in this case, south to north really quickly there.
Yep.
No hesitation. Doak Timmerman's going to check in, so senior comes in for the freshman. 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Mustangs stick with the 2 wideouts and 2 tight ends. Timmerman flanks Liscomb, the sophomore, to his right on second down. Ball back to Anderson. Hand off, Timmerman. Makes a couple men miss, finds the edge, right side. First down to 30, right sideline to 20, the 10, he's gone. Touchdown, touchdown Mustangs and Doak Timmerman. 47 yards.
Yep. Great job by Doak. I mean, he just kept bouncing that to the outside, and that's the way that play's designed. All the blocking is set up. He just kept bouncing it, hit the sideline, and saw a little bit of a speed from Doak there and got down the sideline for the score. That's a great job.
29-9, and the Mustangs get a nice run by the senior. 47 yards on the ground, and the Mustangs needed that, and the crowd on their feet.
Oh, I mean, that's great. We needed that. I mean, that's, any momentum we can steal here and build off on, I mean, that's great for our offense right now.
6:39 here in this third quarter. Mustangs will kick on, do the extra point here. It's going to be off the foot of Jace Williams, out of the hold of Doak Timmerman. Here comes the snap. It's good. Hold put down by Timmerman, and Williams' extra point try is good. So 29-10 as the Mustangs strike on the ground. Doak Timmerman, his first rushing touchdown of the season. 29-10. We're back after this on KBEY 103.9. Doak Timmerman put some life into this stadium for the Mustangs. 47-yard run, and boy, once he got to the edge, Kevin, he really put on the burners.
He did, Ben. Like we were just saying in the break there, once he turned the corner and he started accelerating, he was actually pulling away from the Llano defense there when he crossed the goal line there.
6:39 to go, and Jace Williams has it teed up. Joaquin was doing the kickoff duties initially, but Joaquin not playing here in the second half. Here comes the kick, onside kick by the Mustangs, takes a hop, and the Jackets nicely jump on it at the 44-yard line. And that time, that was Brady Kelly who got it for the Jackets. They'll have the ball out towards the 50 here.
I mean, I can see doing it. We don't got anything to lose, and we got some momentum there. But I don't know if I want to give Llano a short field at this point in the game. Especially, I mean, we're nearly only halfway through the third quarter, and it still feels like you're in this game. You're in it if you can kind of keep some momentum going here. So
we need another one of those fumbles here.
Yes, we need to get some defensive pressure and don't give up any big plays right here.
1st and 10. Here's Davis. Silas is running back behind him. Jackets with 3 wideouts on 1st down. Snap back to Davis. Hands to Silas, hitting the backfield. He's going to go down, drop for a loss at about the 42-yard line. That's Dalton, the sophomore, and that'll be a 2-yard loss.
Great job by Dalton because he took on the pulling guard from the left side and got upfield and got Silas in the backfield. Good job.
6:19 to go here, and it's 2nd down and 12. Twins left side for the Jackets, one receiver to the right. Silas behind his QB, Davis. 2nd down and long. Davis gets the call from the side, gives it to the offensive line. Clock winding down to 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Davis has the ball. Pump fake, throwing down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. Kelly at the 30. He's at the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Going to be a big pickup of 35 yards down to Kelly. He's slow to get up there at about the 10.
Another big play that we're giving up there on these pass plays here. They're just letting the receivers get behind us too much.
Check that, 42 yards on the completion. And the Jackets have gashed the defensive backfield here a few times on some plays down the field. That time Kelly was wide open. But he also does a good fake, too. Davis does a good job of selling it.
I mean, you do have to honor the run, but, you know, I think we've established our front four, our front 6, 7 are doing a good job of stopping the run. You know, our DBs, they just need to quit coming downhill so much. They need to stay back and read their keys and cover those receivers when they're slipping out on us.
Just a little cramp there, I believe.
I think so.
5:49 to go. With first down and 10 for the Jackets here in the third quarter in the red zone. Jackets go with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Silas is the running back. Now he'll split out to the left, so they'll have trips left side and an empty backfield for Davis. We haven't seen him run much since he went out with an injury for a couple plays.
Yep.
See if they call design run. Play clock down to 10. He's in no rush. Ball back to the QB. Here's pressure, gets rid of it in the end zone. Kelly, and he bobbles and catches it. What a catch. Over his shoulder, bobbled it, hangs on in the back of the end zone. Got a foot down and possessed the ball 35 yards, or 35-10 now. That one 25 yards,
Davis,
15 yards, excuse me.
Davis just laid that one out for him, and Kelly ran up there and got his feet down at the back of the end zone, and even with the bobble, he got his feet in.
Nice catch by Kelly. So he had 2 big plays, 2 big catches on that drive. 15 yards. Davis finds Kelly. Snap is good. Hold is good. It's a low extra point, but it gets over the upright. Pavarano looked like it was almost blocked again. But the Jackets quickly answered the Mustangs score. It's 36-10.
I don't know if Noah Ortiz got in there and got a hand on it because it was kind of just flipping over the upright there, but
that or he just didn't hit it good.
Yep.
But you can see this Llano offense. I mean, they definitely can well balanced.
They are
to say the least.
definitely well balanced. They've got 2 good running backs, got a plethora of receivers out there that Davis can throw to, and yeah, they're not shortage on skill players on the offensive side of the ball.
And watching Davis command this offense, I mean, he doesn't make many mistakes.
No. Yeah, I'd like to see what his stat line is. I mean, he could only have maybe a couple drops tonight or incompletions for the whole night so far.
And such a different game from last year, because last year it was the physicality of that running game. This year it's been more their passing game. This game it's been more their passing game.
Yeah. I mean, I would say in general we've kind of corralled and stopped their running game.
They've had a couple runs here and there, but nothing much.
Nothing that's really killed us. It's been their passing game that's gotten to us all night long.
This kick's a little deeper, taken at the 18-yard line, the 30, the 35, gets loose. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, turns inside, spin move down to the 38, lost the ball, but I think he might have been down.
I think he's down. Yep.
C.J. Alexander with the return for the Mustangs, and so that's a return of about 40 yards there.
Yeah, that was a great job. I mean, he got back, fielded the ball, and got upfield and hit his hole. And
I think they pointed the ball to Llano. The official across the way.
Thought he was down. I thought he was
sure
down.
Wish we had replay, but a tough one. I think they're going to say Llano ball.
They're bringing the Mustang football out.
Oh, they are? Okay. I sure thought I saw that far side official.
Well, yeah, he never signaled towards Llano. I thought I saw him pointing to the ground like the ball carrier was down on the ground.
Okay. I think it's going to be.
I think it's Mustang
ball because the head official is pointing towards.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. They got it straightened out.
As they should. Right, we need all the help we can get here on the home field.
But C.J. Alexander with what a return! One time they don't pooch it.
Yes, the one time exactly. He caught it bad between the numbers and the hash. Where last time they were always catching it between the numbers and the sideline. So, maybe a mistake on Lionel's part there, but good fortune and a good run back on the Mustangs.
And he was one spin move away from touchdown because at the 30, about the 40, Llano had a safety there. One guy to get past, tried to spin move and couldn't get out of it, but what a run. Here's a pass. Liscombe under pressure, rolls right. He's going to be sacked. That's a big loss all the way back into Mustang territory at the 48-yard line, loss of 14 yards. And don't like seeing that second down at 24, and that time Jackets brought the pressure.
They brought the pressure, and I've kind of noticed here in the second half, we kind of mentioned early on, or in the first half, we had receivers get behind their defense. They were playing a lot of man. Looks like they've kind of gone to a more zone defense on their back end because we were getting behind them there, but all-out blitz there on that first down play.
4:36 and counting in this third quarter, 36-10 Jackets. Liscombe on second down and 23. And off to Diego. Diego crosses the 50 back into Jacket territory at the 49. So third down and 19.
Diego Aguilar on the carry.
I don't know what's in the playbook for this one right here.
Maybe get 10, 12 yards so you can go for it.
And then see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. But you probably do have to kind of go to the air here. But again, you don't have to pick it all up, but you probably do need to go to the air and get both, at least get half of this back.
Third down and 20, under 4 to play in the third. Snap back to the QB. Liscombe wants to throw. He's got a pocket. Throws underneath. It's caught as he's hit hard. And hanging on to the catch, that was long behind at the 47.
I don't know if our coaches upstairs saw anything, but Atreyu was wide open down here from his slot position. Llano didn't even cover him. So I don't know
he
if
could have walked in, huh?
I don't know if we come back to that or not. So
they're keeping the offense out there, down by 26. Offense stays out there with 3:22 and counting. Here's a fourth down and 18. Ball sits at the Jacket 47. Liscombe, Anderson has the ball. Oh, it's going to be a pooch punt. Gets it off. And goes out of bounds just shy of the 20. The far side official still going at the 23. That's where he stops. So after that return, the Jackets get a 3 and out, but that 14-yard sack on first down was just the one that really put really punched that out there.
Yeah, too much to overcome for our young offense, so to speak, out there that we've got tonight. It's just too much for them to overcome and kind of put us behind the chains there.
The other one, Dokes, not in the backfield. You're having a sophomore freshman combination.
Yeah, in the backfield. You got youngsters out at wide receiver as well, too. So
Davis in the shotgun. That's Luke Davis, 305. He's got it, rolls right. He's looking, firing downfield into double coverage. And he finds his receiver again, over the shoulder, 35 to 30 to 2010. He's going to be gone. That is Cash, again making the catch over the shoulder, Cash Lentz. He goes 76 yards, another big completion down the right sideline. I thought they had double coverage over there for a second, but he got past it. And once he got it at about the 40, he was gone to the house for the Jackets, 76 yards.
We're just in, double coverage back there. Atreyu let him roll off to the safety, and safety's just slow getting over there, getting over it on top of him, and just ran right by him.
Here comes the extra point try. Snap is good, hold is good, and it'll make it 43-10 off the foot of Pavarano. 43-10 Jackets. We're back after this on KBEY 103.9. .253 left in the third quarter. Another long pass. That was the longest of the night, 76 yards. And I believe that's been the third time that they have connected for a touchdown. Cash Lynch from his QB Davis. That one's going to be a pooch kick again. It'll make the second mistake. That's going to be, no, it's going to be Diego Aguilar to the 35. 43-10. They've had 3 deep touchdown passes. Another one that was just shy of the end zone. And it's been that right sideline every single time when they go to Cash Lynch.
Yeah, and he's just kind of made a living over there on the on the right sideline on those deep passes. Just been able to get in between our corner and safety coverage there on our cover 2 there.
Going to be interesting to see what Llano does to 3A teams.
If they continue this, I mean, you made the comment early on in the broadcast, Ben, about how many touchdown passes Davis has already. I mean, if he's clipping off 3 or 4 a game, I can see how it starts adding up pretty quickly for him. So, yes.
Yeah, 49 touchdown passes. He's just a junior, and that is a Llano record, and he's only a junior.
Yep, that's amazing.
And we're just early in his junior year.
Early junior year, we got most of the junior year left, plus all his playoff runs and senior year still to go. So, yep.
They went 4 rounds deep. Mustang walking off here with that 2:49 to go in the third quarter. 43-10 is our score.
Yeah, you don't want the game to kind of slip away any more than it already has, so you just need to kind of settle down and kind of get back to some of the basics here and see if we can put something together.
All right. Ball sits at the 35-yard line. 43-10 Jackets. Anderson Liscombe, the sophomore.
Diego's still back out there at running back with him.
Mustangs first and 10.
Liscombe starting for Crawford Maddox this game. Crawford, a sophomore as well. 2 receivers. Here's Liscombe. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw down the left sideline. Long bind, and he had it. Flag comes in. Pass interference at the 30. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, and a roughing the passer as well at the 28. So I think that's 30 yards of penalties right here.
Should be. Should get both of them. So, yep.
So the pass interference at the 30, and then Liscombe roughed at the 28 of Marble Falls territory. And I think you can mark off both, can't you? Well, why are the Mustangs moving back here, though? I guess so they can mark off the penalty yardage.
Flags on the play.
So if they mark off both, we're seeing what they're calling here.
So yes, I think you do get both.
Wow. They're going to tack on the.
You had the pass interference, which is
right,
15 yards.
And they tack on the roughing.
And then the roughing, yes.
So that'll take it from the 35 of Marble Falls all the way to the 35 of Llano on the 2 penalties. And again, that has been the only weak point again for the Jackets, the penalties tonight.
Yep. Yeah, they've had their fair share. I would assume that'll be a point of contention for Coach Green this coming week.
2:42 to go in the third quarter, so they'll finally. This ref's gonna have a long way to walk here. So he stops halfway, 50. And maybe they're not going to do that. Okay. So they only take one of the penalties.
50.
Okay. Huh. All right, so they only get one of the 15-yard penalties.
Well, that brings us out to the
50.
Midfield,
so,
we'll take that.
Yeah, they'll take the 15 yards. All right, so they get one of those 15-yard penalties. And 2 receivers for the Mustangs. Liscombe's in the shotgun. Wants to throw again, left side. It's caught. Nice route by Logbine on the out.
Good job.
And right at the sticks, first down at the 40. 10-yard gain, Liscombe to Logbine on a nice route.
Good yard, 10-yard comeback there. Threw it just where his receiver could get it. Got it picked up the first down.
43-10 Jackets, 2:17 and counting in the third quarter. Receiver out wide to the right, one to the left. Two tight ends. Diego Aguilar's the running back. Gets his number called up the middle, hits the hole, and gets positive yardage again, 35-yard line.
Yep.
Gets a 5-yard gain.
5-yard pickup, and you can see the hole from up here. Good job by the offensive line opening the hole for him.
As quick as he gets the ball and goes forward, he's going to be tough to bring down for a loss.
Yeah, he's going to hit that hole fast, which is good because, I mean, it was there. You know, if he can nearly break those first couple arm tackles, he's in the second level quickly.
Second down and 5. 1:35 to go on the third. 43-10 Jackets. Quick pass out to the left. That's Logbine. He's got it. Slung out of bounds on the Mustang sideline at the 29. 6-yard gain. Good enough for a first down. Zone read that time. Slung it out the Logbine.
Yeah, I think you just continue to work your offense here. I mean, we've got some momentum going here. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Those 5-6-yard routes, too, are working here.
Yep.
We approach 1 minute to go on the third. 43-10 Llano. Diego's the running back to the right of his QB Liscomb. Moving the tight ends around. Now 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Direct snap to Diego. Trying to throw off the defense and didn't work. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
You know, the center can't be offsides because as soon as he snaps it.
Yeah.
But looked like a couple, not all the linemen were in sync there on that one there. Kind of late start, kind of threw the play off a little bit.
45 seconds to go as we approach this fourth quarter. Second down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball sits at the Jacket 29. Mustangs trail 43-10. 2 wideouts to the right. 1 wide out to the left for Marble Falls. Second down, ball back to Liscomb. Throws on the slant high for a Treyu, incomplete. Had him, but just a little too high. Third down and 10.
Yeah, maybe if that was a true RPO, the run was there. It looked like there was a good hole there for Diego to, if he would have kept the handoff.
Third down and 10. Clock stops with 24 seconds to go. 43-10 Jackets. We'll stick with the 3 wideouts. Diego's to the right of Anderson Liscomb. Anderson has the ball. It's collapsing, and he's going to be sacked. He's lucky he held on to the ball at the 40, dropped for an 11-yard loss. Second time the Jackets have had a big sack here in the second half, and that should be the last play of the third quarter. To make it 4th down and about 21.
Brings up 4th down.
That'll be the final play of the third, and being 4th down and 21, I mean, I guess you just punt it away. We'll find out what happens.
Yeah, they'll have a little bit of time to think about it here as we change quarters here, but yeah, you know, young quarterback there trying to roll out and make something happen, but as you're looking downfield, there wasn't anybody open, so he's got to, you know, teach a moment there to just kind of pull it down and throw it away and live to fight another down.
43-10 Jackets back for the final quarter on KBEY 103.9. We begin the fourth and final quarter, and it's going to be a 4th down and 21 for the Mustangs. Ball sits at the Jacket 40-yard line. And keeping the offense out there. Down by 33, 4th down and 21. Liscomb looking to throw. Firing down the field for Logbine. Behind the man, and he got it! Touchdown on 4th down and 21 They just go 60 yards long got behind the defender. Liscombe found them, and they get it. They go 40 yards, on the pass. 40-yard touchdown pass. And the Mustangs able to hit it with 11:53 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, what a great pass and catch. What can you say? I mean, we tried it early in the second quarter, didn't quite pull it off, pulled it off there. Great job of the pitch and catch there by the Mustangs.
All right, Dan, looks like they're going to keep the offense on to go for 2 here. But the deep pass down the right sideline. And get some fireworks here in this second half.
You know, good job by the offense, staying in the fight, stay in there, keep battling, and good things are going to turn out here.
I believe Longbine had 3 catches on that drive.
He was maybe him and Anderson have a good connection there, kind of developed that over the week here of practice, and definitely saw that on that last drive.
All right, so the long pass and the Mustangs going to go for 2 here. Looks like Doak Timmerman's going to be in the shotgun. Doak has a snap, going to try to run it in. Doak looking for the goal line. He gets in. 2-point conversion is good. Make it 43-18. Our score Jackets in front, but the Mustangs still fighting out there with 11:53 to go. And we'll keep it here. So Kevin, the Mustangs, 4th down and 21, thinking not much in the playbook. Well, Longbine got behind the defender and able to get that touchdown.
Yeah, we took a little playbook out of the Yellow Jackets there, and gave them a little dose of their own medicine there. And, again, great throw, great catch there, and, converted on that 4th down and got that score. I mean, that's great to see. Great momentum, great, just something to build on here as we finish this 4th quarter here for the game. Maybe a little out of reach at this point, but, keep fighting and keep doing what you can do.
When you've got young players on the offensive side of the ball and a young sophomore quarterback, now you're working on his confidence and not getting him discouraged. And
exactly.
Something to work on.
You're working on just plays, trying to get as much film on them so they can learn from it and grow from it, something you can teach them. And, yeah, you're just building off of everything you can right now.
They've had a 47-yard touchdown run and now a 40-yard touchdown pass. So a couple big play scores for the Mustangs here in the second half.
Yeah, the majority of the scoring has been coming off big plays for both teams tonight. So, yeah.
Imagine we'll see an onside kick here.
Chase Williams to kick for the Mustangs.
And it looks like the Jackets are trying to get their hands team together, trying to get everybody lined up.
Yep.
So Jace Williams has it teed up. Right now he's angled towards the left. Be surprised if he switched that up here. Right now he looks like he wants to kick it to the left. He will do that. Takes a bounce and Jackets able to hop on it. To be able to, that's a guy that's been scoring touchdowns, Cash Lynch over there.
Yeah.
Who was able to handle that, looks like being at third base at the hot corner. That one came hot and he's able to get it at the 45.
We were close. We were close. I mean, it did its job. Went past the first guy.
He's put on a pretty good bounce on that turf.
Yeah, so it was touched. If we could have gotten there, it would have been our ball.
11:51 to go in the game. To the Mustangs defense, they have a stop in them. Here's Davis. Where's Lynch, who's been scoring the touchdowns? I think he might be up top to the right there by himself. 2 receivers to the left. Davis looking to throw left side. Fires underneath. It's caught at the 50. And that'll be a 5-yard gain for the Jackets. Josiah Wood making the catch. 43-18. Jackets lead. Ball sits right at the 50-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Davis to throw. Quickly out to the left. Caught. Turns upfield first down the 40 to the 38-yard line. 12 yards. That flag comes in. Prokop made the catch. And are they going to get a jacket again for doing something over there?
It looks like it. Number 4 was kind of talking with the refs there, so we'll see what.
11:22 to go in the ball game. 43-18 our score. I think Llano wants to get 50 for 3 straight ball games.
I think that's I mean, they were going no huddle there.
Yeah.
They were picking up the tempo.
That's sportsmanlike conduct call. We'll get the Mustangs here. Although I think he pointed the wrong way.
I think he did, yeah, because they're marking it off against the.
Because he pointed against Mustang way, but he's walking the Llano way. 11:22 to go. 43-18. And the Jackets will have a first down and 10 now. We'll go with 3 wideouts to the left. QB in the shotgun. Oh, snapped it back to the running back, and he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I guess that was on purpose.
I guess we'll say it is. It didn't look like it, but running back knew what to do with it when he caught it. So
it's River Thomason. I mean, that snap would be way off his mark if it wasn't on purpose.
Right. Flag came in late there. I don't know if a holding call or
personal foul against the Jackets. So it'll be the second. Well, was it during the play or after the play? Did he say?
I didn't see. Usually they put the hand up if it's a dead ball.
Okay, so
but I
he
didn't see
do
that, so it must have been during the play.
So it'll be first down and 25 at the 30.
That's 30 yards and penalties just right there since they've come out and taken possession here on this drive, Ben, and they've got to be well over 100 yards and penalty
They
yards
have
for
to
the
be.
Jackets tonight.
First and 25. Davis, handoff. And Thomason goes up the middle, gets some of that yardage back across the 40 to the 41. And so that's going to be a gain of about 11 yards there for Thomason. Under 11 to play here in the ball game. 43-18 Jackets. 2 receivers to the right. Now trips right side. Davis. Handoff Thomason again up the middle. Stutter step. And he's breaks a tackle across the 50. And they're going to have a manageable third down here. About a 3rd down and 5 to get the first down.
Yeah, 2 big runs there by their running back. And, defense is just kind of grasping with their arms and not coming with their legs here and getting the running backs on the ground.
As we approach 10 minutes to go in the ball game, it's 43-18 Jackets. Receiver to the left and 1 to the right. Pistol formation. Running back Silas. He's looking to find the edge right side. And he lowers his shoulder close to the mark. I think he might get it. 44-yard line.
Just enough.
Yep. First and 10. It's under 10 to play. 43-18 Jackets. All right, so they will go ahead and have trips left side. Silas is the running back. Davis still in the ball game. Davis hands off Silas. Silas goes forward, gets 3 yards to the 41-yard line. 9:50 to go in this ball game.
Let's see if the Jackets continue to just kind of keep this on the ground and start winding that clock down. But I do think they probably want the 50 bit.
Yeah.
I think
that's what they're going for here. They had Silas in there for a couple snaps. Quick pass out to the right side, the 40. And he's near the marker, about a yard shot, the 35-yard line. A gain of about 5 there. At that time, Cash Lynch. Second down and 3rd down and 2, excuse me, here for the Jackets. Davis with his running back Thomason. 3rd and short, loses the snap. He has to go forward, and he is back. Well, they actually drop him for a yard loss at the 37-yard line. 4th down and 3.
Yeah, that bad snap threw all the timing off there. So
that's the first time we've really seen him try to run since that
Yes.
second quarter when he went out for a couple plays.
Yep.
So 4th down and 3.
Davis on the carry, brought down by number 10, Noah Ortiz.
Offense staying out there.
Looks like they might bring their jumbo Wildcat package in.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Because the QB, Davis, goes out wide to the left. Silas comes in. He's in the shotgun formation on 4th down and 3. They're going for the 1st down. Silas looking to find the hole. He's hit, and he's going to go down. He's still up, and he's going to get it. They had him a couple times, and he's able to get out of the grasp of the Mustangs. Finds a 33, and he gets the 1st down.
Wow, we had him wrapped up. I thought we had him.
Twice I thought they had him.
Yeah.
Oh, they had him, but
Well,
he
that
just
was-
kept those legs churning.
Goodness gracious.
And the drive continues here. 43-18. Twins left side, one receiver to the right. Davis in the pistol. Another running back in there. Brayton Shaw. It's been a while since he's been back in there for the Jackets. 8:33 to go. 43-18. Davis to throw. He's got a pocket. Has time. Fires for the right sideline. Wide open is that big tight end touchdown. Touchdown Jackets, 34 yards, another bust. And he finds Conrad Zwicky. Zwicky was wide open, and it's now 49-18 Jackets, 8:25 to go.
Yeah, another blown coverage there in our secondary. Just letting the receivers run down the sideline.
And here comes the Pavarano extra point try. Looking to get to 50 for the 3rd straight game here in 2025. Snap is good, hold is good. Extra point try is through the uprights, 50-18 Llano. 8:25 to go in the ball game. Back after this on KBEY 103.9. The 50-18 Jackets here in the 4th quarter. Jackets kicking off right to left. Davis has to be at 300 yards plus here. This one's kicked short, left side, picked up by the Mustangs. Crosses the field log behind the 35, the 40, still going. The 45 across midfield, the 45 lowers his shoulder, and then marked out of bounds, probably about the 40-yard line. And so it's going to be great field position for the Mustangs.
Yeah, great return. Usually when you reverse your field and get over, there's always enough pursuit you can't do that, but he was able to turn the corner and we continue to have blocking down the field. I will say, impressed. Special teams have definitely stepped up this week compared to last week, so kudos to those guys on the special teams this week. We've had good returns all night long when we've had the opportunities, and starting at the inside on our side of the field at the 38 on this drive. This is great news.
8:13 to go. Here comes the Mustangs offense. They would love to get some more points. Anderson Liscombe, the QB, has Diego Aguilar, the freshman, to his left. Twins left side, one receiver to the right. Handoff. Diego goes forward, gets a yard to the
Diego Aguilar.
They actually no gain, so first time he's really been contained to the 38, no gain, second down and 10, under 8 to play.
Yeah, Llano had good penetration on that first down, keying on Diego there, expecting him to get the handoff.
Second down and 10, 50 to 18, Jackets on top. All right, 3 wideouts for the Mustangs on second down. Liscombe in the shotgun. Wants to throw, he's looking for down the field of the seam, and it is knocked away, incomplete. Had a Treyu, but good play in the backfield by Humphreys to knock it away, and it's third down and 10.
Yeah, that was just good coverage, good throw. I mean, it was right there. Good look on a deep pass on a post pattern there.
Makacek had a step on him, but it's a good play by the defender to come back and knock it away. Third down and 10, 7:27 to go. 50 to 18 Jackets. Ball's at the Jacket 38. Liscombe, the throw. Here's pressure backside, gets rid of it, throws high and almost intercepted. Bobbled, caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete, fourth down and 10. He had to get rid of it as he saw pressure in his face.
Yeah, he just kind of let that one float on him there, and it was too high for a receiver to go up and make the catch. But the right read, he was open there to get the first down, just needed to get that ball down.
Fourth down, Mustang.
So fourth down for Marble Falls. Fourth down and 10. Got 3 wideouts. 7:20 to go, down 50 to 18. Here's Liscombe. Pressure up the middle. Gets rid of it. Looking for a Treyu and quite can't get there. Got turned around. Little underthrown. Was good coverage over there. It's incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, good job by Treyu trying to turn around and come back for the ball.
Did a flag come in?
Was it just a
Late hit? Flag against the Jackets. Late hit, I believe, on Liscombe.
Okay.
And another penalty against the Jackets. And that'll be a fresh set of downs for Marble Falls.
We're going to have to definitely check the box score in the morning to see how many penalties Llano has
First
tonight.
down, Mustangs.
All right, so that'll take it to the 24-yard line.
Fresh set of downs and another chance for the Mustangs to kind of get some points on the board here.
Take it to the 23, so first down and 10 just outside the red zone after another 15-yard penalty against the Jackets. Liscombe to throw. Has time, fires for the 5-yard line. Really no one there. Trying to get rid of it, looking for Treyu Makacek. It's incomplete, second and 10.
Pass intended for number 10. Noah Ortiz.
Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds here for station identification.
Sound like a French horn. Stick your hand in the bell and miss out the notes.
All right, we'll get that here in a second. So it's 7:06 to go. 50 to 18 Jackets. All right, 50 to 18 Jackets, 7:06 to go. Liscombe to throw. Swings it out, left side. Flutters, and it's out to Diego Aguilar. He's got it to about the 22-yard line, so a yard gain. Third down and 9. It's 4-down territory, obviously.
Complete to Diego Aguilar.
6:49 and counting in this ball game.
Defended by 17.
Yeah, luckily Jose Salinas wasn't out there covering on that play because that was the same play with the running back out in the flat, but Anderson let Diego kind of keep on running a little bit further on that one.
Third down and 9. Liscombe works to his right, under pressure again. Gets away from the sack, goes left, still up. Gets away from a second sack. Now he's going to run for some yardage, and then he's hit about at the line of scrimmage. But Powell trying to push him forward. And at the end of the day, I think he may have lost maybe a yard, so that would go down of his sack if that's the case.
Liscombe on the carry.
It's going to be fourth down here coming up for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
So he did lose a yard, so it's fourth down and 10
It's fourth down.
at the 24-yard, about the 23-yard line here.
Coach Timmer is going to take a timeout here, maybe just let everybody catch their breath here and try to find a play for this fourth down.
All right, so they did get a fourth down and 21 earlier. Went for 40 yards and a touchdown.
Well, and we're we can just pick up a first down and still, we don't have to score here.
Yeah.
We can just pick up a first down and keep the chains moving.
Now look, it's about on the board. It says 4th down and 9, but looking at the change, I'm going to go ahead and say 4th and 10.
Yeah.
Coach Timmerman drawing something up here for his Mustangs, down 50-18. Next week, Mustangs back on the road against San Antonio Brackenridge. All right, so the long discussion here at timeout for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
All right, so the band's still trying to get the crowd into it here. Ball sits on the left hash here, going to be working left to right. How would you say Anderson's fared this evening, Kevin?
Kind of game was running pretty fast for him early on, but he's kind of settled down late in the second quarter, and he's done, for his first varsity start as a sophomore, getting called up week 3, stepping in. I solid B for sure. So maybe that's generous. I don't know, but I mean he's been a gamer all night. He's been hanging in there, doing what he can.
Last play, he got away from 2 sacks to get away from a lost yard. All right, 4th down, looking to throw for the sticks, and it's caught. Market check on that left sideline near the 10-yard line.
First down.
Right at the sticks, actually, so the 13, and that's a 10-yard gain. First down Mustangs as they convert the 4th down. All right, so big completion that time. First down and 10, just outside the 10. It's a bad snap. Liscombe has to pick it up, and he goes down at the 26-yard line. Big 14-yard loss, and he just had to drop on the ball at the 25 after the bad snap.
Yeah, you don't want to take any chances of muffing the pickup or kicking it and making it even worse. He just fell on it. Good move by the sophomore there.
5:27 and counting. But second down and 23.
But it seems one step forward, 2 steps back. It just
been that way this evening.
It has been.
All right, second down and 23. Liscombe to throw. Fires underneath. It's going to be intercepted. Humphreys, he was trying to get it to underneath, and it was just underthrown. Ortiz over there was the intended receiver.
Number 6, J.D. Friday.
Yep.
And just intercepted by Humphreys.
Check that, number 8, Austin.
5:05 to go.
Yeah, kind of throwing it back into the field there, and the defender just kind of sitting on that and fell back into him.
50-18 Llano. See if they keep Davis out there, if they just try to run some clock off here.
Yeah. If their goal was to get 50, they've done that. So I would assume maybe they just kind of control the clock here with some run game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have their backup out there.
Yep.
Grayson Lilly, the backup. He's in the shotgun. His running back Thomason to his right. Gives it to Thomason, has a hole left side before he's knocked down right at the 24-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 7. Second down and 3, 4:40 and counting. The Jackets now in wind down the clock time.
Yeah, not in any hurry to snap the snap. Probably going to try to take it down as far as they can before they take the snap.
Grayson Lilly in the shotgun. Rolls to his right. He wants to throw. Throws underneath for the solid incomplete. Receiver can't hang on. Out near the Llano sideline. That was intended for Prokop, and it's now third down and 3. 4:17 now on the clock as it stops after the incompletion. Lily's in the shotgun. 2 receivers set to the left. 3 receivers with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And Lilly has the ball. Hand off underneath, not much there. And it'll be 4th down, gets back to the 20, gets a yard there, so it's 4th down and 2.
Yeah, good job by the defense reading that run and getting up there and getting him on the ground.
Thomason with the carry. So 4th down, they bring on the punting unit. Under 4 to go in the ball game. They're going to go punt it away here. Longbine's going to come and return at about the 42. Solis is the punter for the Jackets. He stands at the 13-yard line. Snap back to Solis, gets off the left-footed punt. Logbine bobbles it at the 30, and he's able to jump on it at the 30-yard line with the defender was pouncing down on him, and he was able to get back on as J.D. Friday flying down the field.
That was close. I didn't know if he was going to get back on that one.
All right.
Okay.
3:20 to go. 50-18 our score. See what the Mustangs have planned here. Down by 32. Well, the band's still hard at playing here late in the 4th quarter.
Yes, they're still going strong, which
Yes,
is
they are.
very appreciative.
3:20 here in the ball game, 50-18. All right, Liscombe's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Diego Aguilar, the running back, gets his number called, makes a nice move to get to the 35-yard line, moving his feet. It's a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good little jump steps in the hole there to get upfield and get 5 yards on that carry.
50-18 our score. Jackets about to get victory number 3 to start the season. Twins left side, 1 receiver to the right for the Mustangs. Under 3 to play. Liscombe has the shotgun snap. Throws down the middle of the field. It's a little high there for Dickin. Incomplete. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, just kind of floated on him there. Too high for 17 running the poster out there.
Stop. The clock stops with 2:40 to go.
Defended by 23, Emerson Poole.
50-18 our score. So the Mustangs, once this is over, regroup and get ready for 2 back-to-back road games. It's a low snap. He's able to pick it up and hand off to the younger Aguilar, who gets a couple yards, and it'll be a 4th down and 3 at the 37. 2.5 and counting here in the ball game. 4th and 3 for the Mustangs. 3 wideouts on 4th down. A hard snap, and I think the Jackets jumped. It's a free play. Liscombe's going to chunk it downfield, looking for Dickin, just out of his reach at the 22-yard line. But a free play and a fresh set of downs coming up.
Intended for 17. Braxton Dickin. There is a flag on the play.
All right, so again, I think the interior jumped on the hard count by Liscombe. It is offsides against the Jackets. So that'll take the ball to the 42-yard line.
Good job by Braxton and Liscombe recognizing that, and just he told him just, hey, go down. I'm going to throw it deep and see what we can do.
See if we get some yardage here.
Yep.
So 1st down and 10. Here's Liscombe with Aguilar to his right. 3 receivers for your Mustangs. Zone read, and pass almost picked off. I don't know if they were on the same page. And that was Coleman, his receiver on the right. And almost picked off, but incomplete. Josiah Wood could not haul it in.
2-minute warning.
Here's the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
50-18. All right, so 2 minutes left. See if I can look at some scores here. 2-minute warning here. That is new this year, by the way.
Still not used to it, Ben. Still
Yeah.
not used to it. So
I almost said someone called a timeout, but
Fans remember
caught
that
myself
Buffalo
and realized
parents
it's the
and students will
2-minute
be allowed on
timeout.
the field for a short time immediately following
So
Coach
it's
Timmerman's
Brownwood held on
practice.
for the win against Glen Rose, but they made a heck of a comeback. It ended up 34-28.
Bulldogs held on to win 31-28 over Little River Academy for their homecoming, and the Badgers hanging on against Clean Chaparral late the fourth, 13-12.
Yep.
That was 0-0 at the half. 2 minutes, second down and 10. 4 receivers out to the left now, or to the right, excuse me. And we've got a flag, movement right side. They were going to give it on, hand off to Diego. Play stop at the false start against the Mustangs coming out of that 2-minute timeout. Second down and 15. Back at the 37-yard line now.
Get a little sloppy here at the end of the game.
All right, so you got the long behind, the receiver out wide to the left. Williams, the receiver to the right. Second down and 15, 1:57 on the clock. Liscombe rolls left. Throws over left sideline, log behind, gets away from, well, tried to get away from him, but then he was tripped up at the 40. And we'll get 3 yards back there. And third down and 13.
Stayed in bounds, so kept the clock running there.
All right, trips right side for the Mustangs. One receiver to the left.
3rd and 12.
Waning minutes of this ball game. 128 and counting. Trips right side for the Mustangs. Receiver to the left. Joaquin Aguilar, check that. Diego Aguilar, the running back. Liscombe has it. Throws again left side, log behind, trying to be on a receiver screen. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 50. He's at the 40 left sideline, 35. Still up the 30, down to the 28-yard line. 32-yard pickup on the left sideline on the receiver screen.
Yeah, wide receiver slip screen there. Great job. You gotta make that first guy miss, and he did, and then got upfield and picked up a huge gain for the Mustangs there.
Caleb Longbein with a nice catch and run under 1 minute to go. One of his linemen was out there blocking for him early on. Ball at the 32. If the Mustangs try to hurry up and score here. Clock still winding down, 45 seconds to go. 3 wide now, 4 wide outs. Diego stays the running back. Hand off to Diego, and not much gets, well, he's going to be dropped for a yard loss at the 33. The Mustangs may just be content with running it out here.
They may be.
And we may not see another snap here.
You know, we're on our 3rd quarterback. Third running back.
Yeah, a couple guys have gone out. Yeah,
we've made it this far. Valiant effort. Let's just.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead, just run one more play
here.
Liscombe hands off. Diego up the middle. Yep. Gets about 5 yards there, and that will be the final play of the ball game. And Llano goes to 3-0. The Mustangs to 1-2. And now the Mustangs back on the road against San Antonio Brackenridge. Llano going to face the Gerald Cougars. That should be a good matchup next week.
Yeah, like we said, it could be a track meet next week. We'll have to check in on that one. So.
All right, we'll wrap it up when we come back on KBEY 103.9. It's a final at Mustang Stadium. Llano 50, Mustangs 18. And Kevin, your final thoughts on that game, that matchup? Led early 3-0, but then the Jackets, that offense just came to life.
Yeah, the Jackets showed us, what they're made of and what they're going to lean on this year with their offense, and they definitely showcased that tonight. 50 to 18. I know the outcome wasn't what we wanted and didn't, expected coming into the game, but showed a lot of life, showed a lot more than we had last week. Guys stayed in it the whole game. They kept fighting. Had a whole lot more offensive firepower than we did last week, and a lot of good things to continue to build on. I know we keep saying that, but I think with this younger team that we're seeing tonight, all the experience that those guys can get, the reps under their belt, we're just kind of building for the district play. So let's just take it for what it is. We're going to learn from the opportunities we've had tonight and just go from there.
They had some big plays in that second half that they can build off of. And they'll see what they can do next week against San Antonio Brackenridge.
Yeah, a lot of explosive plays tonight, both on our side and, of course, on Llano's side. But those explosive plays are great to see, and keeps the momentum for you and keeps you in the game. And we'll see what they can learn from this week to next.
All right, so it is a wrap. 50 to 18 Llano. Big thanks to our sponsors again: First United Bank, Edmonds Barbecue, J Bar, Hill Country Collision, IBC Bank, and Ewald Kubota. Until next week, thanks to Jose Mesa running the camera. Kevin, thank you again. Appreciate it.
Ben.
And thanks to Roy Beck at the studio. It's a final 50-18 Llano Mustang Stadium. It's KBEY 103.9.